pitches.
No,
Brings out the best in him.
Yeah, I think because they're used to of these conditions as well, and also he's somebody who's recently retired. Was playing IPL cricket till a couple of years ago, so it's just that he's still very young, he's still very fit, and he's still hungry. And also, we all know that he's been a terrific cricketer for India and for the IPL as well.
He wasn't as lucky as you, Martin. He didn't get to bat twice in Surat.
I count myself very lucky. I mean, we've got a fantastic wicket there. But no, look, he's been playing a really good hand for Toyam Hyderabad. I mean, it hasn't been easy here, and he's been able to find a way to create partnerships and get them across the line to qualify for the final. So they'll be looking at him today to do a similar sort of thing and hopefully, up that strike rate a little bit to, take the game away from the India Capitals.
Yeah, he is the captain, fantastic at the moment. How important also do you feel having those three overseas players back now? Pradeep alongside Walton and Ricky Clark.
Oh, it's going to be massive. With Chadwick Walton, we know what he brings to the table. If he gets going on this ground with 50 yards boundary, you can expect plenty of sixes. And again, Ricky Clark is somebody who can hit the ball a long, long way. It brings that. It gives a lot of depth to their team when you have those three.
Yeah. All right. Let's have a look at your fantasy 11, shall we? Give the punters out there some tips. Here we go. Talk us through it, please, Abhi.
No, I think Gurkirat, as I have kept him the skipper, as Ian Bell is missing, and then I've got Worker, Dunk, Bharat Chipley, Walton, Trago. So you can see very heavy top five. Then you got Vipul Sharma, Iqbal, Kulkarni, Nuwan, and Binny also comes in as a very handy all-rounder. So I think I picked a pretty good side here. You couldn't do better.
Okay. There we go. Couldn't be better. All right. We shall see, because Martin, you've been getting involved as well. Let's have a look at your Dream 11, see if I'm sure you think it's probably better than Abhishek's. Here we go.
Yeah, I've gone pretty overseas heavy with mine today. Got Trago, Gurpreet Man Singh, Monty Panestar, Ravi there, Dwayne Smith, Ben Dunk, of course, is going well, Ashley Nurth, Colin de Grandhomme with his power, and then rounded out with Ricky Clark, Chadwick Bolton, and Vipul Sharma, who's also been on a bit of a heater with the ball.
Are you allowed that many overseas players in your Dream 11?
I had no rules, so I just went with it. So let's hope they can do something today to get me some points.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, right. Capitals to bat first. They have actually defended once on this pitch, so that will at least give them something to hang on to going into this match.
Oh, absolutely. And they've got a very strong bowling unit as well. So as long as they can get around that 160, 170 mark, I think they'll be fairly confident they can restrict the opposition.
What's your gut feeling today? Toyam Hyderabad have actually beaten you guys twice. They're the only side that have beaten you.
Yeah, they've been playing some really good cricket, but so have India Capitals. So we're hoping it's going to be a really close game, but I'm picking Hyderabad to come out on top in a close one.
Why is that?
I just think they've got something about them. I think they're going to have a good start with the ball today. Their spinners are going really well, and then I think their experienced batting lineup's going to come out on top.
Also, they've got 3 left-arm spinners, and there's a lot of right-handers in that Capitals lineup. So Dunk really could be key, couldn't he? He's a left-hander.
I think so. And also, I've been saying it from day one that they're one of the strongest side on paper, and now they're proving that too.
Yeah, okay. So you're thinking Hyderabad as well?
I think so.
Okay. Ian Bell won't be happy. He'll be watching. He won't be happy at all. That was a lot easier, wasn't it, that 20 minutes than opening the batting out there?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I don't think I lasted 3 minutes yesterday. So, but no, look, it's a pleasure to be here and help you guys out.
Yeah, great to have you on board, Martin. Thank you very much. Okay, get set then. We are almost ready for the Eliminator. The winner will go through to the second qualifier tomorrow, have another chance to get through to the final. The loser, I'm afraid, will be going home. Is it going to be Hyderabad and all of their big guns, or will it be Ben Dunk and the rest in terms of the Capitals? The Capitals are going to have to put a score on the board. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the beautiful city of Srinagar, where the LLC is reaching its climax. We are here for the Eliminator. India Capitals taking on Toyam Hyderabad in one of the most stunning settings I have ever borne eyes on. It is an absolutely beautiful part of the world to play cricket in, but it's about what happens on the field rather than the scenery behind. The Eliminator, crunch time, India Capitals taking on Toyam Hyderabad live from the Bakshi Stadium here in Srinagar. And it really is crunch time. You lose today, you go home, and you win, and you carry on. So yesterday, Connacht Sirius Odisha lost to the Superstars. So Superstars straight into the final. Today, Capitals taking on Toyam, and then one of them will play Connacht tomorrow. Then there's a day off, and then the winner of that match plays the Superstars in the final on the 16th of October. And the crowds are rolling in their numbers. It's a glorious afternoon here. Where else would you want to be on a Sunday afternoon? Bring your kids, bring your friends, bring your aunts, your uncles, your mums, your dads, everyone coming in to see some real stars of global cricket in action. And that man there, Ben Dunk, they'll be hoping he can send it a long way into the crowd today, captaining the side. Today we heard Ian Bell is having a little bit of a struggle with a hamstring, but the India Capitals are looking pretty good at the moment. They look very happy and confident, and we caught up with one of them earlier. Abhishek caught up with Dawal Kulkarni.
Dawal, thanks for chatting to us. First time in the Legends League. Looking back for the last 3 weeks, how's the experience been for you?
It's been well. We've been playing good cricket, good brand of cricket, the way we played the last game. Hopefully we do the same, continue the same today also. As it's an eliminator, we all know it's a crunch game for us, so there's no other chance. So we have to play our A game.
Where the other fast bowlers have struggled on spin-conducive pitches, what's been your secret to be so successful?
I think I just stuck to my basic, just bowl a good line, good length, and on wickets where there's much turn, you have to hit the wickets, have to hit the stumps. That's the thing that's worked for me, and hopefully today also I continue doing the same.
Must-win game for you guys. How's the environment been? How's the preparation been?
No, it's been great. We've played good brand of cricket. We've played 2 games. We won 2 games, and we have that momentum. We just have to stick to our process and not worry about the result. Just give our 100%.
I managed to go around Srinagar in some different parts of Srinagar. It's one of the beautiful places.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's my first time here in Srinagar. Have been to a couple of temples here also, so it's been good.
A lot of people have been playing a lot of golf. Are you a golfer?
No, I need to learn that because now it's becoming a trend. The retired guys are going and playing golf, so hopefully soon.
Go well and enjoy your game.
Thank you.
Captaining Toyam Hyderabad, Gurkeerat man, he's been in great form. Ricky Clark, the Englishman, rocking the backwards cap there for the Hyderabad. They look a very chilled team, flexing their muscles. They've had to flex them in the last few because there's pretty much been knockout cricket all the way through. And we caught up with another one of the Hyderabad earlier, and Abhishek chatted to Peter Trigo.
Peter, thanks for chatting to us. If you look back for the last 3 weeks you've been in India in the Legends League, how's your experience been so far?
Well, Abby, very much like last year, it's a huge honour and privilege to share the field with so many great players from, you know, the last 20, 30 years of professional cricket. You know, travelling to different parts of India as well is amazing. Being up here in Kashmir, particularly special. From what I understand, they haven't had big tournaments up here for, well, best part of 40 years. So to be part of bringing cricket back to Kashmir is very special.
And you guys peaking at the right time. You had a slow start at the start, but now looking very, very good. How's the preparation been for this game?
Yeah, well, we had those 3 games that all went to the last ball or the last over, and you know that can do one of 2 things. I think in cricket, it can either break you as a team, break the spirit, or really galvanise you. And I think it's done the latter. I think the coach Nikhil Chopra, I think he runs a very relaxed camp. You know, as you can see today, you know, we're probably a bit later than India Capitals coming out. You know, everyone's very relaxed, and I think that really suits the characters we have in the team. So, you know, I think the way that we've ran the show so far has been great, and we're ready to put on a show today.
Conditions have been difficult for batting. Any adjustment you had to make into your game?
Well, I think the next time I bat, I'm going to open my eyes when I swing. I think I'm still going to go quite hard because I think the nature of the pitch is there's a ball with your name on it. For me, if you let a bowler bowl at you, I think you're going to be in trouble. I don't think it's the sort of pitch where you're just going to be able to easily manipulate and pick your boundaries. With the dimensions of the ground being short sideways, I'm probably going to look to target those and go quite hard. We've got some great players that can knock the ball around. Gujarat Man's in great form. I'm going to try and play a slightly different role today and really put the opposition under pressure.
Hope you get your swing right like you often do in golf. Go well.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, this is what he will be working with today, the track for today. And John, do you want to talk through this?
Well, it's looked pretty much the same throughout. They're trying to keep it together, hold it together. They're watering the pitch after every game to try to keep it held up. There are a lot of cracks on display, but they haven't been loose and they've been pretty decent. A bit tough wicket, to be honest, but with the small boundaries, the scores are still reasonably good.
So Ben Dunk, captaining the Capitals today, sent the coin up. It went a very long way in the air, but it came down in the favour of the Toyam Hyderabad. So they won the toss and have decided they're going to have a bowl first. And as backdrops to cricket go, that's pretty good. The Capitals, they line up like this. Smith, Dhruv with the gloves, Nurse, Shipley has been in good form, de Grandhomme, Abdullah Shran, Kulkarni, Avinash Pankaj and Dunk captaining that side today.
Having a look at Hyderabad, they've been playing some knockout cricket the last couple of weeks, really, trying to get back in the tournament. But lovely blend of players, right, left-handers, a lot of left-arm spin. That's been a real strength of theirs.
And Gurpreet Mann captaining that side. He's been in great form, that captain, and he's going to want to continue that form today, leading that side. Vipul Sharma, he's been really impressive as well. And Monty Panesar, just the 1 wicket so far, but the best celebration we've seen. The crowds getting in. It's just filling up more and more every time we look up. The young fans, I think it's sort of a rite of passage. When you're born, you get an India shirt. And the horns have been blowing all afternoon since we got here, and I'm sure they're just going to get louder and louder. The young girls in, inspired. Snacks are ready, popcorn at the ready, because this could be blockbuster stuff. Remember, this is knockout cricket now, the Eliminator. India Capitals taking on Toyam Hyderabad. They've only met once so far in the tournament. The Capitals coming out on top in an absolute nail-biter. It was a thriller way back in Jodhpur, kicking off the tournament almost, that game. So now they finally meet again, come sunshine or in rain, to quote Macbeth, I think it might be.
I really have enjoyed having these players coming to this part of the world. Great experience for the fans and the players alike. And what we have seen, these two teams are really fancy, both these sides, being some of the best sides in this tournament. So one of these sides is going to have to, unfortunately, go home tomorrow. But they've thoroughly entertained us. There's the Kookaburra coming out. Seen a few Kookaburras flying out the ground off Kookaburra bats of Martin Guptill as well. Oh, that man's been in the gym, hasn't he? Got some guns.
Getting the perfect snap if they can. We want to see these legends in action, bringing cricket back to Srinagar. There's Gurpreet Mann just eyeing up that trophy there, thinking, oh, that'd be nice to get my hands on. But you've got a few games between now and then. This is knockout cricket. They've been playing pretty much knockout cricket for the last few games. The men in yellow. Oh, Barcelona shirt there, but it's yellow. We'll say it's a Toyam fan. But the football fans are in watching the cricket too. You're allowed to love more than one sport. We'll let you off. And he has been really impressive with the bat. Led from the front, he's been a really good captain for this side. He's cool, calm and collected when you chat to him.
Well, he's been the glue. Absolutely right. I heard the coach say he's the glue, holding them all together. But Indian Capitals getting out there into the centre, full of energy. And the crowd roaring on their arrival. The men in yellow out in the middle. This is going to be a brilliant contest. These two sides, as I mentioned before, I think are worthy of winning this tournament, and this is going to be an extremely tight game. There will be some tight moments, and we're going to see who's got the big match temperament to get them over the line. And Ricky Clark, he hasn't bowled too much, a couple of off spinners from time to time, and some lusty hitting with a bat.
Yeah, took a wicket with his off spin, didn't he? None of us were expecting it. I don't think he was expecting it by the celebration. There's all the fans rolling in. So the doctor, there he is, taking guard in the middle. You're going to need those sunglasses. It is hot, it is sunny out there, and it is absolutely perfect conditions for some cricket. Dwayne Smith, Dr. Smith, strike rate 127.4, 337 matches, and over 7,800 runs to his name.
Yeah, I think if he gets through this power play, it could be putting India Capitals massively on the front foot. And he's going to have to deal with some extreme pace. But his partner today, Dhruv Raval, nice strike rate. Nice to have the combinations, top of the order. And they've stuck with these two, haven't they, throughout this tournament? I suppose they've messed around with Nurse a little bit lower in the order, comes up. So they're very flexible, and that's a really positive move for them to adapt to each situation as the game unfolds.
Yeah, and they're going to want to put stamp their authority early on here. And they'll be facing up the first over against Nuwan Pradeep. The right arm, fast, medium economy, 8.4. It's healthy enough in T20 cricket for a pacer who kicks things off. And he has had Dwayne Smith's number already in this tournament. Got him caught behind the last time they played, so it's time for some revenge perhaps. The fans are in, the horns are blowing, and it is so nearly time for the Eliminator. Let's play. Eliminator time, India Capitals versus Toyam Hyderabad to stay in the tournament. It is crunch time, there is no two ways about it. You win, you stay, you lose, you're on your way. Swing and a miss, it's not kicked up at all, that one. The smile from Pradeep staying low. Ashley Nurse, Dwayne Smith trying to get off the mark straight away.
Really good bowling. Nipping in, staying down as well. Good take behind the stumps. Walton as well on the bounce, did a pretty good job, and Smith knows he's got his work cut out. And Walton actually calling for a helmet, standing back off the seamers. Shows you that he thinks there's not going to be too much bounce on this wicket after that first delivery. Keepers have done very well so far in this tournament, you've got to say. Got something behind it a lot of the time and hasn't been pretty. They got Clark at slip. A positive move. A deep square leg.
Lovely crunch off the bat. It's going to have to be a good chase. This one does well. Well, gets more of a phantom dive in, but I think he has done well to stop it.
Bit of a confidence booster early on after that first delivery. Proved tough. Nicely played. Just timed it, really. Just let the ball come to him. And Binny getting a bit of a jog in early in this match.
How they line up, the Capitals, Smith, Dhruv, Ben Dunk, he'll be important. Ashley Nurse moves around sometimes. Chipley, de Grandom, Abdullah Sharan, Kulkarni, Avinash and Pankaj with ball in hand. So it's a strong looking side they've gone for today. Obviously missing their normal captain, Ian Bell. Nicely clipped away by Smith. There he is, Ian Bell, unable to feature. Done something to his hamstring, I believe.
Actually, it was a great two-tear. And having a look at the makeup of the side, let's talk through some of the bowlers. Seeing they're out there in the middle. Panasom, he's come on really nicely as the tournament's developed. New one with a new ball. Each team's got a pace man, a real breakaway, tearaway fast bowler. Burple as well. They've got plenty of spin options. So that's been one of their strengths, I think, all their left-arm spinners. Gurpreet man as well with his off spinners.
Dhruv now off the mark as well. So both openers have avoided the duck and they're up and running.
No matter what game, what level, any age or level, you got to get off that 0. Ranmil Martinez, he's out there in the center. He's had a day on, day off here, really. Mixing it up with Billy Bowden, who they rotate them around along with the match referee. And out there today with him, Jerry Matiberi. He's currently at square leg.
Goes aerial. Fielder straight under it. Stuart Binney makes no mistake. And the doctor, he's going to need some medicine because he's got to go.
Oh, I can't believe the outside edge flew all the way to the deep point boundary. It's a huge wicket. Pradeep, he has been excellent throughout this series with his high pace, advancing down the wicket, trying to flick it a bit leg side. He's closing the blade on it, outside edge, all the way to deep point. It's the second time he's got him in the tournament in the 2 games, and striking early. That's a big wicket. He's a dangerous player, and you need to see the back of him as early as possible, and they've done just that. So Smith gone for 3, Capitals 4 for 1.
Colin de Grandhomme been pushed up the order. I think he's batted here a couple of times in this tournament so far, and he's off the mark straight away. Remember, no Ian Bell for the side today. First over gone, 6 for 1. The 2 teams competing in today's Eliminator, captaining the side for the Capitals today, Ben Dunk versus Gurpreet Singh Mann's Hyderabad. And then it's also about who they bring in as an impact player, because that can be very important, crucial. Masakatsa yesterday came in as an impact player, and he really did have an impact.
Has really made that position his own. What the Hyderabad side has done is Bipul Sharma loosens up to take the new ball. They've opted to drop out a player the likes of Panesar and bring in Worker in the second innings, just at the top of the order. So they've got a system that's worked pretty well for them so far. But Bipul, he's got into this role very, very effectively throughout this tournament, taking the new ball. He's picked up plenty of wickets, and it's always been one they can rely on. The moment he's dishing up to the left-hander to start.
He's had a big heave at that, hasn't he?
Just got a little bit more turn there. That would have been plumb in front. The ball just held its line and beat the bat. Lovely, the flag. Headbands, the flags are flying. Loving it.
Nicely just worked off the pads. Gone very fine, but I think there'll just be the 1 run. Yes, there will. Not keen to come back for the second. De Grandhomme with the full zinc across the face out in the sunshine today.
So he didn't get a huge amount of batting early in the tournament, batted around 7-8 and had a couple of cameos, but they've tended to get him up front now and try and make a real impact in this power play. Great strike rate, 155, and once he gets going, this could be a really productive power play. But this is the wicket, a leading edge. Unfortunately, just 2 fielders out the ring, and he picked out the fielder. Good set of hands by Benny, shown in the deep.
That has really turned. This is positive signs for Bipul Sharma. He can really make things happen. Yeah, no mistake with the hands there. And he did struggle, Smith. He has struggled throughout the tournament at times. Bit more flight this time. Goes aerial, fielder out there. Trigo watches it soar over his head and almost take out a ball boy. First 6 of the innings.
You're right, Trigo was waiting for it. He was running around the boundary. De Grandhomme, this is his style. Taking on this power play. He's not going to sit back here. Good contest. Going to see who's going to come out on top here. Great shot for 6.
Good recovery after being launched for 6. A little quicker from Bipul Sharma to finish off the over. So it'll be 1 run off the final ball of the over. 2 gone, 14 for 1. Two overs gone. India Capitals were put into bat and they've lost one of their openers, but Colin de Grandhomme has come out with some intent. That's lovely delivery that from Pradeep, sent back there. And this is what they've got to work with, the bowlers and the batters today.
So many cracks. They're just trying to hold it together, sprinkling water every evening to hold it together. So it's got some interesting looks to it. I've seen on the left there some dark patches, a lot of lighter patches as well. They're just trying to hold the surface together. You look at the end of the strip there, it's absolute, like a desert. So they're doing a good job keeping it playable and still keep the runs flowing.
Just straying down the leg side, got the treatment. Monty just strides away to go and collect, and a great throw in from the ball boy in the end.
Not his best delivery with that sort of field set. Just drifting. Just get anything on that, it's going to be 4. So got to be a little bit careful here to de Grandhomme. He gets off to a flyer, 13 of 7 already.
Good recovery, that one, and they will scamper through for 1 here. So de Grandhomme has got off to a good start here. He's already on to 14 from the 8 he's faced, and they will want to try and attack this power play. Well, the fantasy leaderboard, Manan Sharma, he's gone. The Gujarat greats are out, but he's still top of that leaderboard. Pavan Negi, the superstars, he'll be in the final. Martin Guptill sat behind me in the commentary box. He's in 3rd at the moment, will want to make his way up that table. Abdur Razak, also a superstar, and then Ben Dunk, the only one in action in this match, sits there in 5th on that Dream 11 fantasy leaderboard. And that's well bowled, and will be a quick single. Need to be backing up everything on this. Can be a little awkward bounce sometimes in that outfield.
Drew doing a good job there, getting off strike, soft hands, and there's some good bounce and pace. Seen that last ball from Pradeep. Good delivery. Equally good rotation of strike. De Grandhomme, he gets hold of a couple of flicks, couple of drives with a short square boundary. They could put on a substantial score here. That's Pradeep. He is their spearhead. He's the main danger right now.
De Grandhomme is playing with quite some intent here. You can see what he's come out and they've said, go and take on this power play. And there's a smile from the big man.
Oh, I love the look on de Grandhomme's face there, having a good laugh, as well as a few of the fielders just getting stuck into him there. I think Ricky Clark having a word there about the change of wind direction. Lots of dignitaries on the main grandstand. Lovely to have them with us, and all the fans that have travelled as well up up to Srinagar to support their team.
Well, there's a big appeal from the bowler. Umpire not interested, so it closes out the third over. 3 gone, 20 for 1. They've only met once before in this tournament, and it was a nail-biter. The Capitals winning it by 1 run. Again, Ben Dunk in the runs, and then Worker, the 52 from him. Peter Trigo so nearly got them over the line. He's had a big heave at that one.
Walton's whipped the bells off, and they've asked the question. They're going upstairs to the third umpire. That's a good option as a batter. It just didn't bounce at all, that delivery, right underneath his bat. But Bippel, has he made a breakthrough, another breakthrough early doors? By Dhruv trying to play that sweep shot, and we've seen a lot of these shots with the dimensions of the ground. Get plenty of reward square of the wicket. It's not always the easiest to get the ball there with a lack of bounce, but first of all, they have a look at that front foot. Looks like an effort ball with his face, doesn't it? But this is the lack of bounce now. Good take, foot's on the line right now. It drifts back a touch, does it? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I tell you what, he might have taken too long. It was behind, and then it went onto the line and back again. Walton just took a touch too long. I thought he would have had him.
There definitely was some foot movement. He shuffled it forward and I think managed to just stretch it back out again. Yep, the umpires, Billy Bowden, the TV umpire today, agrees with us. Chadwick Walton, a wry smile, but just a little bit too slow, but making things happen here, Bipul Sharma. And can't pierce the infield, chance of a run out, terrible throw in the end. And it's all going on. Bipul Sharma then trying to throw down the stumps too. They find it funny, but it wouldn't have been funny if there'd been a free run on offer.
It's a mess out there in the centre. Colin de Grandhomme sprinting. He wanted the single, then he tried to turn, dropped his bat. He didn't try to do the full-length dive with his hands, though, that's for sure. I don't think that's asking a lot from Colin.
What is it with these Capitals in their running? We saw Chipley a few matches ago completely just eat the turf as well. De Grandhomme throwing his bat around, dropping his bat. Maybe a little bit of work on running between the wickets. Sharma heading back on that one, does apologise and not releasing the ball, so go back and do this one again. Moved early there, Dhruv, and saw him coming, but still the 1 run, and that's what they want. Just keep rotating, get the Grandhomme back on. He can do the heavy lifting. This was that chance of the run out. Gurpreet Singh Man sending it in. Awkward bounce in the end for Bipul, who then goes for the left-handed throw. De Grandhomme's bat is nowhere to be seen, and without it, he could have been gone if that had hit. Didn't fancy diving head first, arms first, without a bat. Well played, nice solid test match defence. Tidy over this one so far from Bipul Sharma, just the 1 run coming from it. Gonna be more than 1 run now because Colin de Grandhomme has got a hold of that and he's sent it into the crowd and picks up another 6.
He's watching out for de Grandhomme coming down the wicket, and he's decided to pull the length back, but he rocked back quickly. And not a big hit this, just get some bat on it. Halfway up the grandstand, brilliant shot. His 2nd maximum already for de Grandhomme, 20 of 12 now.
Goes again, he's got a hold of that. Launched into the crowd, take cover. Colin de Grandhomme is on the charge. 4 overs gone, 33 for 1. You win today, you stay in the tournament. You lose, you head on home. Southern Superstars are already into that final. They've got a couple of days off. KSO, they'll be playing again tomorrow against whoever wins the match today for a chance to book themselves a spot in the final. Well, that was a very expensive previous over. It'd gone for just one, and then the last two back-to-back sixes. So a bit of left arm orthodox spin from Ravi Jangid coming on now. The economy below 7, 51 matches. And Pradeep being sent out to the boundary. He's done for now.
Jangid didn't play too much in the early stage of the tournament. They preferred Jakarti with a left arm spin option, but he's got some runs as well under his belt, which has obviously helped his chances in getting to the starting 11. And he's gone to the left-hander to the short boundary right now.
Huge. That is absolutely massive. He's got a hold of it. No one in the crowd is catching it. And Dhruv is joining the 6-hitting party.
That's a greeting Jangid won't be pleased with. First delivery in the slot. The bounce was true off the wicket. Found the middle of the bat. So Dhruv, timely improvement of his strike rate in this power play is turning into a really productive one.
Looks to cut it away this time. Much better delivery, just tempting him outside that off stump. That's going to hurt, I think. Seems all right, having a little bit of a hobble around, but he seems all right.
First impression, this wasn't that far away, but high. Just turning past the leg stump, so apologies.
Glorious looking shot, that one. Couple of bounces, and he picks up another 4. And this power play, though, just taking it by the scruff of the neck at the moment. The India Capitals lost that wicket early, and now accelerating.
This is the moment they've got to have a go at every single delivery, Dhruv. With this sort of matchup, there's only 2 fielders, one just in front of square and long on. Well placed.
Carved away, pierces the infield, and that's a delicious looking stroke from Dhruv Raval. Expensive over, this one. 14 runs already coming from it, and still the one delivery to come.
Biggest over of the innings so far, 14 off it. Another delivery to go here, and the keeper, the bowler, just having a quick meeting, discuss how they can close this over out with no further damage.
Takes it on again, straight down the throat of the fielder, and that is the fist pump. What a way to finish a very expensive over. The second wicket going down, no mistake out in the deep. Dhruv Raval, he tried to go one too many, and he's now on his way, and this is just the breakthrough the Toyam Hyderabad needed as the India Capitals were on their way. It looked like he'd got a hold of this one, got the good stride in, and well taken in the end. Just out in the deep. And Dhruv Raval, well, he's got to go 18 from 13, and the India Capitals 47 for 2.
eventful power play so far. Just had the second wicket go down for India Capitals, but they're going at over 9 runs and over, which here at the Bakshi Stadium, we haven't seen too much so far. Maybe you'd say honours even at this stage. Iqbal Abdullah promoted again up the order. We've seen this before from the India Capitals. Could he try and get more runs off the left arm spin, which is what Raval was doing, but it was just one slog sweep too many. He picked out Samiullah Shinwari, but he'd already done a pretty good job of putting the left arm spinners off their lengths and lines. Jungid was expensive, but picked up that wicket. Final ball of the over. 56, by the way, is the highest power play score so far here in Srinagar. So they need 9 more to equal that. Here's Pradeep. Oh, quick single. Well run in the end. Afternoon, Martin Guptill.
Good afternoon, mate. It's been a pretty good power play so far, and the option that he took to take down the left arm spinner was the right one, and he's just sort of top spun it and picked the fielder out, hasn't he? And you know, if that goes for 6, you know, that brings the 50 up in the 5th over, and then you know they're sitting well ahead of the game, over 10 and over, and momentum with a partnership. And you know, Hyderabad have done really well to break that partnership here, and hopefully can create a little bit of pressure here by a few dots, and hoping that the batsmen do something stupid.
Yeah, pitch seems to be playing okay at the moment as well. We haven't seen too many really keep low. There'll obviously be 1 or 2 here or there. Beautiful day in Srinagar. Really is a little bit hazy, but that'll burn off as the day goes on. Oh, good delivery. I'll tell you what, I'm hearing some appealing down here from the Toyam fans, but no one else.
The crowd are certainly getting a bit of life in them, aren't they? And the old, as they say, crowd catch here, and you know, whether it's a bump ball or something like that, or a play and miss, you know, the crowd always think it's out. And but it's nice to see some people out here today, and you know, creating a bit of noise and a bit of atmosphere. You know, the players always really appreciate the noise and the support from the fans.
Good over so far from Noam Pradeep. He's just hit a hard length, just 2 off the first 3 deliveries. Ian Bell not playing today, injured himself, injured his hamstring, running a quick 2 in the previous game. So a few tall buildings in there, particularly the 4th and the 5th, but also Hyderabad being kept interested here by those 2 blue blocks. A bit of a chat between Noam Pradeep and Peter Trigo. They're going to change the field slightly. What have you made of the atmosphere so far here?
Yeah, it's been really good. I think every game has been, you know, the crowd's made a lot of noise and made it a lot of fun for us to be out there in the middle playing. I think it was the other night when Gujarat Greats were playing. Gale got them going, and you know, it made for just a good spectacle.
In the air, but straight for 4. He was looking for a boundary there, the Grandhomme. Pressure was just building up slightly after the first 3 balls.
Yes, certainly was, and we all know Colin de Grandhomme has a lot of power. You know, he's done this a lot in his career for New Zealand, just being able to hit a hard length ball like that, you know, almost off the stickers, and still having the power to beat mid-on inside. And you know, Ricky Clark probably doesn't move as well as he used to. Couldn't quite get across there, but Colin de Grandhomme is on a real heater here, and you know, striking at 206.7 at the moment. He is key to this this innings for the India Capitals.
Whips this one to leg from outside off. You ever seen him bat number 3 before?
Maybe when he's come out as a pinch hitter in a few games back home, but you know, he'd always get a nosebleed if he got above 5 or something like that. But no, good to see him up the top of the order, and you know, he probably doesn't play as much cricket now as what he used to, and to see him still hitting the ball and striking at 200 on what is a difficult wicket is great to see. And I've played a lot of cricket with him. He played at Auckland in his younger days, and you know, I was lucky enough to bat at the other end with him quite a bit and see what he could do. There was one season where somehow he managed to hit a 6 off the first or second ball in the T20 campaign about 8 times out of 10.
Raw power. Oh, he changed his mind there on the shot. He was going to go for the ball, and Bipul Sharma's down in the outfield. Got a bit of a bobble. Last minute, ended up playing that through to the offside. I hope Bipul's all right. Got to be careful out there. Very sandy, uneven outfield that's usually used for football. 55 for 2 at the end of the power play. It's time for a strategic timeout. India Capitals put into bat in this eliminator by Hyderabad, and they've scored quickly in the power play, but they've lost both openers, Dwayne Smith and Dhruv Raval. Colin de Grandhomme going really well. Strike rate 200 exactly at the moment, promoted to number 3. Lovely day here, sunny, it's hot, but there is a little bit of a breeze. Keep all those spectators cool. Generally, day games crowds haven't been quite as big as the night games, which is understandable because it is a bit hotter. So let's show you what happened then in those first 6. Dwayne Smith managed to pick out one fielder out on the boundary on the offside, thick outside edge, and then de Grandhomme went to work. He's so powerful. 3 sixes in the power play to go with a couple of 4s. Raval played his part. He played the left arm spin of Jungid really well until final delivery. One more slog sweep, and that was one too many. Picked out Samiola Shinwari right on the boundary. Once again, it is that stand over there where most of the supporters are. Not the best view side on, but you're closer to the action. Monty Panesar comes on to bowl.
Yeah, the crowd's really making a lot of noise here for us. It's fantastic to see everybody come out and enjoy their cricket.
I think he was again lining up a shot and changed his mind. Maybe a big slog sweep and then swim for the paddle around the corner. Like, could you imagine though? I mean, they haven't had a big game of cricket here in almost 40 years. 1986 was the last ODI, India against Australia. Likes of Sunil Gavaskar, Kapil Dev, Mohammad Azharuddin, Alan Border playing in that game. Can you imagine having to wait that long for your next big cricket match?
It's certainly a long time between drinks, isn't it? But to have some more cricket here is fantastic for the locals.
Oh, that's in the gap. It's going to go for 4. Just a little clip. But he's so powerful. The ball just seems to get to the boundary so quickly.
Yeah, it just looked like Peter Trago didn't pick that ball up straight away from watching out the window here. But Colin de Grandhomme getting one that strays down leg and just flicking his wrist through it and picking a gap, a bit of spin on the ball that takes it away from the fielder and runs away for a much needed boundary for the Capitals.
Again, leg side. He's pitched outside leg, Monty. Big man wanted a second there. Not sure that would have been advisable.
I've never seen him run this so hard in his whole career. I've played a lot of cricket with him. I've never seen him run like this. But he's certainly loving it out there and just wants as much of the strike as possible because he is striking the ball beautifully at the moment.
Changing field for Abdullah, who I think has been sent in as a pinch hitter, really, to try and get after the left arm spin. He's 3 or 4 at the moment. We've got Dunk in reserve. Did it turn too much? Yes.
Yeah, Monty Panesar just pushing that one through a bit quicker there, trying to get under the swing of the batter, and it almost comes away with an LBW there. Yeah, just going down leg, possibly. Always having to be on the toes, the umpires in these wickets here.
Down he comes, straight to long off. Monty strikes, and there's the shoo. He loves it.
Yeah, he's a bit of a character, as old Monty Panesar, isn't he? He's come away with a much-needed wicket here for Toyam Hyderabad. Gets to the pitch of the ball, doesn't quite get out of the middle of the bat, and the bat just twists in his hands. I mean, he couldn't get the power to clear the fielder, and a nicely judged catch, and what looks like a bit of dust in the outfield there, and another wicket down for India Capitals.
Yeah, Shivakant Shukla out there. He did well. He kept his eyes on the ball. Not easy when you've got to move on this outfield. So Iqbal Abdullah goes for 3 off 6, 61 for 3. Here's the main man for the Capitals, Ben Slam Dunk. Look at that record as well. Good strike rate, getting up towards 130. Started as an opener and then ended up middle order player in T20. He's off the mark straight away. Very clever paddle around the corner. And he's off the mark with 2. But it's another wicket in that over for Hyderabad, 63 for 3. Colin de Grandhomme still there. Good partnership with Dhruv Raval, but Hyderabad have struck twice in quick succession. How's your French, by the way, Martin? You know what de Grandhomme means?
I do not know. But I think he's licking his lips here with an off-spinner coming on to bowl with these short square boundaries. I think he's not going to die wondering in this over. This could be seeing a couple of slog sweeps on the cards here from Colin de Grandhomme.
I'll enlighten you. It's of the big man. Oh, that's close. Finger goes up. The big man is no longer. Shivakant Shukla spinning the ball into Colin de Grandhomme, and that's been his undoing.
Yeah, just looked like he got himself a bit tight up there, Colin de Grandhomme. Wasn't sure whether he was trying to hit it for 6 or just paddle it around the corner. And just sort of was a bit of a nothing shot in the end. And that's straight in front of middle stump, and he's got to go. It was his match-up to try and take down, and he's sort of got himself in 2 minds. Possibly if he had stuck to his guns and kept trying to hit it, he might have got away with it. But not on this occasion, and Colin de Grandhomme has to go back to the pavilion.
Spinning a web here, Hyderabad. CDG goes for 36.
got leg stump there. That's leg stump.
Top four capitals all gone now. A lot could be resting again on the considerable shoulders of Ben Dunk, who's been joined now by Bharat Chipley. Big partnership this, you sense. Chipley only had 30 matches in his career, but he's been doing really well in this Legends tournament. 150 in Jammu. Cut hard. Great shot. Great way to get off the mark.
Yeah, taking toll of a poor ball there from Shukla, and that has raced away across this bouncy outfield for another boundary. And what a way to get your innings off the mark. A little short and wide there, just straight out of the middle of the bat. No turning of the bat in the hands there, and that races away for a much-needed boundary for Bharat Chipley.
In terms of balls to get off the mark, though, that'd probably be high up there in the list of ones that you want. Short, wide, slow. No sweeper at cover point. Took advantage. That's gone a long way, and we've seen Shivakant at times spin the ball really big. Got a couple of superstars out, didn't he, with big spinners, right-handers?
Yeah, he's got a couple of us out, actually. You know, spinning it from the wide line back in, which, you know, our boys just really had no idea. It was just out of the blue, and no, if you can do it, you can do it, and you've got to keep doing it. But, yeah, you've got to find a way to be able to get bat on ball and try and keep rotating the strike, because if it is spinning that much, it is very difficult to, you know, to rotate and try and hit boundaries. So a little change in the field here for Toyam Hyderabad, with the cover sweeper coming a lot straighter. You see Colin de Granholm again playing across the line and a little bit all round it, and that was his demise.
Oh, that's the one you got to be careful of. It just seems to rip the odd one, particularly ones that he pitches a long way outside off stump.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how you play these, to be honest. I mean, trying to cut that against the spin, and it's so big that you're only going to chop it onto the stump. So is it better to get outside off stump and play with the turn?
And then that one doesn't really turn at all. Therein lies the problem.
Well, if the bowler doesn't know if it's going to turn or not, how's the batsman going to know? It's, I mean, that just messes with you as a batter. I mean, you don't know if it's going to turn or not. So you got to make a decision of what you want to do.
You see, he's tentative, and so's the running. Oh, fumble. And then what's happened there? He's managed to throw the ball to mid-off instead of the wicket-keeper. It's all going on. We'll have a look at that in a minute. 70 for 4. Wait, hold on. Srinagar is a great city to have a drone camera. You get some fabulous shots, not just the ground, but the city as well. Now, check out this last ball of the over. Ravi Jungin fumbles, and then he somehow manages to let the ball go and then sort of bat it towards mid-off. Talk us through that, please.
I'm not sure what I can say. In all my years of cricket, I've never seen anything like that. I've seen a couple of throws that go a little bit errant like that, but to not have the ball in your hand and then almost to like karate chop it down the wicket, and you know the Capitals won't be complaining. They get an extra run here, and we look here again. Bit of a juggle, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it just rolls down his arm.
Well, he couldn't have done that if he tried to do that. Thing is, actually, if he picked the ball up cleanly, there's a real chance of a run out there. If he'd thrown to the keeper's end, captain's brought himself on here. Kirat Singh Man, hard time off him, but we've seen him at times. Chadwick Walton wants the question asked, but I'm not sure it is going to be. He's still asking.
Yeah, he's a character, old Chadwick Walton. I've played a bit of cricket with him in the Caribbean. He's always got a few things to say from behind the stumps there, and he's great to have a bit of a laugh with when you're batting as well. And he's asking a good question here. Has Ben Dunk dragged his foot out of the crease? Not sure. But it looks like he's still there and there to face another ball.
Oh, and that one just skids on. So he started well here, Kieran. He thinks, oh, I was close to the wicket there. This is to counter Dunk, isn't it? That's why he's come on.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I was joking with Gurpreet the other day during the game, and he said, "Are you going to come in to bowl?" And he was very quick to shake his head. Unfortunately, I was looking forward to facing him, having played with him last year. But he's got a couple, one to spin away and one to skid on there. So Ben Dunk's going to have to be quite watchful here. I feel like he could get the reverse sweep out at any moment to him and try and change the field a wee bit and get a little bit of momentum into his innings here. Bowling to a right-hander here, it could be the option for Chipley to try and take him down.
Oh, yeah.
Bowled him! Skids, keeps low, and Gurpreet is pumped.
I'm not sure who's more pumped here, whether it's Gurpreet Singh Man or the crowd just down in front of us here. They are making some noise outside the commentary box here, but if we take a look at this, that has kept low and clattered into middle and leg stump, and look at the emotion on Gurpreet Singh Man's face there. He loved that one. Another wicket for Toyam Hyderabad, and India Capitals in a little bit of trouble here. At 71 for 5, another one back to the pavilion.
Capitals in need of a nurse. Ashley Nurse. Oh, how about that one? Gurpreet can't believe it. That looked very, very close.
Yeah, disappointing not to get that one to go his way. Ashley Nurse, a little circumspect start there, just trying to nudge one into the offside, into the leg side, sorry. And that did look very close. Wow, look at his face there, Gurpreet Singh Man. He wanted that one, didn't he?
He gets the big slog sweep out, next delivery. Oh, dramatic over, 1 wicket, just the 1 run, 71 for 5. Look at that sight. Nice clear sky now. A lot of that fog has burnt off, and crowds are coming in now. A lot sitting over on the pavilion side today. Let's have a look at that LBW peel again. Now, it did turn a bit, didn't it? Maybe. I know it was very full, but you could argue that might have been umpire's call or missing leg stump.
Yeah, absolutely. When there is a little bit of turn, it always creates that little bit of doubt in the umpire's mind, and it's gone towards the Capitals this time round.
Right, so how does Ben Dunk play this now? He's got Ashley Nurse with him, who's got a very good record in this competition as a batter. Dunk generally doesn't mess around, doesn't sort of take stock, really. What do you reckon? How's he going to play this?
Well, I think the key for the Capitals now at this stage is that they need a partnership. And we've shown in certain games throughout this this series here in Srinagar that if you can, as we see the wicket here, keeping very low there, going between the legs of the batter and sends him off back to watch the rest of the innings from the pavilion. As I'm saying, the partnerships here, you can create a bit of momentum into your batting innings if you can. If it's a 4-over partnership, 5-over partnership, and you get established, you know, you can do a little bit of damage once you actually get a feel for the wicket and what it's doing.
That's out. More big turn for Shivakant. Ashley Nurse trying to hit a big 6. But he won't play any further part.
You know, it's another big turner there. Oh, that's come back a long way. And middling off rock back there. Ashley Nurse trying to take the positive option and look for the big shot there. And that's just down. Brung his demise there. And India Capitals in all sorts of trouble here. 72 for 6 in the 10th over.
India Capitals in deep trouble, and this is a must-win game. It's the Eliminator. If you lose this, you're going home. 72 for 6 already, just the 10th over. And Ben Dunk is still there. That's the only glimmer of hope for them at the moment.
Middle stump, Jacob. That is middle stump.
Need to make a big decision here, a big move. And it looks like the Capitals have done that, because they're bringing in an impact player, and it's a batter. You don't normally see a batter brought in by the batting side. They like to bring in a bowler at the end, but this is a serious situation they've got to deal with. So Jerry Mataburi signals. Kirk Edwards is in for Dwayne Smith. 2 West Indian swap, 2 Bajan swap. And need something from Kirk today. This is a big opportunity. He hasn't played this season, and he's straight in to the fire, into the Eliminator on a pitch that's ragging square. Good luck, Kirk. Whoa! Well, if he didn't know it was ragging, he does now.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you play that first ball when you just come to the wicket. That has turned, it has bounced, more bounce than we've seen on this wicket from the spinners. So Kirk Edwards has got to find a way to get through here, and he's off the mark. And now good luck to Ben Dunk here. Not really sure how he's going to be able to play this, but he's got to get through and try and create the partnership, as I was saying. And we see this. Look at that go. Look at that go. That is turned and bounced. Chadwick Welton unable to hang on to that one.
Oh.
Wow, this is really hard, isn't it? This is like facing Murali. You'd have thought he might have been safe trying to play that shot. It was so wide of the off stump, but it's just turned so much, it's actually crashed into the off stump. It's definitely advantage Hyderabad at this stage. 74 for 6.
That partnership between de Grandhomme and Dhruv Ravel, the 43, really got them in it. Since then, wickets have been tumbling. Not timed at all, that by Ben Dunk, but he's going to pick up 4, and that's exactly what they need.
Good afternoon, Georgie. Yeah, they've been struggling, haven't they? And now we are here, you and me. We both know what happens when we come in as a pair. Here again, looking to go big, just opening the face. And the ball rolls to the boundary.
Ben Dunk has just been sensational in this tournament, and this is when they really are going to have to rely on him. He's captaining the side today without Ian Bell in there, and he's going to have to really try and take this on and do the heavy lifting here.
It's been difficult. The ball is turning a lot more than it has in the last couple of games. That's what makes it batting difficult, and also they kept losing wickets on regular intervals. That doesn't help either. They needed one partnership. They struggled throughout so far.
That has really turned, just sort of dug into the pitch from Gurkirat.
Yeah, you needed somebody like Chipley to stand there and just give himself a bit of time, just rushed a little bit.
How was that missed? The outside edge.
Gurkirat Man is turning the ball as much as Muralitharan, as Matt was saying earlier. This is really difficult. And also, people think it's really easy to bowl on surface like this. You still got to get your length and line right on such surfaces.
He gets the big bicep from Gurkirat Man, and he's going to have to go.
They didn't have a lot of choice here, Ben Dunk. The team was struggling. The ball is turning viciously. Sweep was his only option left, and that ball just went with the arm. Right in front, a good decision by the umpire. And Gurkirat Man usually turns up with the bat, but today he's turning with the ball as well. Second wicket for him. And the skipper, Ben Dunk, out for 9 of 14, 78 for 7.
Wickets falling at regular intervals. At one point, 61 for 2. Now find themselves 78 for 7. The only real partnership, that 43 between Dhruv Ravel and Colin de Grandhomme. And now wickets tumbling. They're really struggling here, the India Capitals.
Yeah, both Dhruv and Colin de Grandhomme batted really well, taking the right option. Dhaval Kulkarni out there in the middle. I just feel they somehow have to get to 120. They've got plenty of overs, 9 overs in hand. Very happy. Nikhil Chopra always got a bit of a smile on his face. It'll be good to see Hemang Badani at some point as well.
He's a very chill coach, I think, and we were talking to him the other day, Nikhil, and he was saying, but once we're out there, they're doing the job, I just oversee things. I don't need to look stressed, and he rarely does.
Yeah, the ball is stopping and turning, which makes it even harder. Again, looking at that wicket of Ben Dunk. The right decision made by the umpire, and look at Gurkirat Man.
Well, I thought that had got through. He just got his bat down on that late enough.
Georgie, the issue with such pitches are the one turns, one goes with the arm, and as a batter, you don't know. Should you be playing for a straight ball or a turner? This is very confusing, very difficult.
There he goes. trouble. He was struggling against the turn. It straightened on him, and he's going to have to go without scoring.
Yeah, again, the wrong option. Anything on the stump, you got to play with a straight bat. You got to play for the straight delivery. And then if it turns, you'll have to be very unlucky to get an outside edge. But look at that for a shot. The ball was on the stump. He went on the back foot to a ball which he should have come on the front foot, and absolutely no chance for him. Nicely bowled, very well done to the bowler, Jangid. And Edwards out for a duck of 5, 78 for 8.
Keep coming.
This is difficult now for the India Capitals. Even reaching 100 could be quite a struggle here. 78 for 8. The ball is turning, the ball is straightening, and sometimes they just have absolutely no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, Barinder Strawn with a very healthy strike rate of 132. But at the moment, the strike rate doesn't matter as long as he can survive for the next 8 overs. That's what India Capitals are looking for.
Having a fish for that one. So 2 new batters at the crease. And this was just a magnificent delivery.
That's a good delivery, but poorly played.
Does well to get his bat down on that, keeps it out. Difficult time this for Capitals, 78 for 8. Been doing the business. Gurkeerat Man, the captain, he's done so well with the bat so far, and today with the ball, 2 for him, 2 for Shukla and 2 for Jangid. It's been really good stuff with the ball for the men in yellow, winning the toss and deciding to have a bowl. And talk about vindicating your decision.
I think what Toyam Hyderabad would be looking for is try and get them out as cheaply as possible. What they don't want is the India Capitals somehow get to 110 from here after losing 8. So that will be the key.
Really is turning. Going to be wide, that one, because they were actually part of the game. We had the lowest score of the tournament. KSO made just 100 against Toyam back in Jodhpur, and they actually didn't look too comfortable chasing it in the end, and that wasn't a pitch that was doing this.
Yeah, with Gurkeerat Man, we've seen some balls just turning a lot, some just going with the arm. What he has done really well, he's bowled a perfect length. Just drifting onto the onside again. Couple of wides already in this over. He's got to sort his line very quickly. The length is absolutely fine. It's the line which taking the ball towards the leg side. But before that, Edwards. Poor shot.
That's better. He's finding that line this time, getting it turning into him rather than straying down that leg side. But it's been sensational stuff. Some of the spin we've seen today.
Again, that shot from calling the ground home. Playing a high-risk shot, so did Chipley. I don't know what Ashwin Nurse was trying there. And then it was dunk. So everyone out for sweep. 3 of them.
Yeah, the big one, that of Ben Dunk, was a really crucial wicket because we know what happens when he can get firing.
Yeah, again, that one going back to a delivery. He should have come forward. Oh, that's a good delivery. That is a very good delivery.
Yeah, he does well to get his bat down on that one. Just keep it out. Top edge, surely fielder in the game. Monty Panesar, he runs through custard to get to it, can't quite get there.
Yeah, Monty must have thought he'll get there, but the ball just a bit far away from him. Again, high risk shot, sweep. We have seen 3 batters already out sweeping the ball. Got to be careful with that shot.
Nice shot, that one. Just break the shackles, and it's well cut off in the end. He does well not to make contact. Shamani. And that had 4 written all over it, we thought. 13 gone, 84 for 8. A glorious view in the backdrop, but not a glorious view on that scorecard and the fall of wickets if you're an India Capitals fan. They were 61 for 2 at one point, now find themselves really floundering at 84 for 8, and they're now, it's about trying to see out these 20 overs and just nudge and nurdle, see if they can get themselves into 3 figures. And again, just getting his bat down. It's a sort of sign of a tail, a lower order batter. All he's trying to do is survive. Goes for the sweep shot and sees the end of his bails. Pegged back, 9 down.
Hence, you got to learn, and you got to learn quickly. You've seen 3 batters already trying to sweep the ball, and all 3 lost their wicket. Again, it's a bad option to try and sweep from the stumps. If you have to sweep on this surface, you've got to pick a delivery which is either outside the line of leg stump or you're sweeping from outside the line of off stump. But sweeping from the stump, we have seen a lot of deliveries just going with the arm, not turning, and that's the case again. It's run out for 1 of 7, 84 for 9.
Leg stump. We're looking for leg stump. Four balls.
Difficult day for the India Capitals batters. Just 1 wicket now needed by Toyam, and there's a mix-up. Monty Panesar taking his time to pick which end to throw to.
Dhawal Kulkarni, you might see him try and take a few chances here. He knows that it's just the last wicket if the ball is in his arc. With the short boundary on the onside, the ball turning into him, it will be an added advantage. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes after the bowling and try and get a few boundaries, try and get them to the 100 at least, if not more. There has been a disappointing batting performance for the India Capitals. Should have batted a bit more sensibly in this innings.
Not quite the turn we've seen at times. Kulkarni still not timing it, just the bottom edge here.
He's been one of the biggest turners in this competition, but again, look at that for a shot. He'll be mighty disappointed.
Finds that outside edge. Where's the slip? Panesar giving chase. He does well. He kicks his knees up a lot when he runs, Monty.
Yeah, Monty doing well, saving a couple of runs, getting there at the end. Now, final delivery of this over, Shukla has bowled well again. 3 for him of just 12 of his 2.5 overs. He's really surprised with the amount of turn he gets, the amount of purchase he gets off the surface. Can he get another wicket here with the leg slip in?
Well played. It'll be 1 to close out the over. 14 overs gone, 88 for 9. Hyderabad hunting just 1 more wicket now to bowl out the India Capitals. The lowest total we've seen of the tournament so far this year in the K. Rasa Legends League is exactly around 100. And that was against the Toyam Hyderabad. That was KSO back in Jammu. But India Capitals currently 88 for 9. And they've just got to see what kind of bonus runs they can get now. And now somehow that has beaten his outside edge.
What he did well there, Dhaval Kulkarni, that he was looking to play for a straight delivery. And if the ball turns, you'll be very unlucky to get out. Nicely played again. Just taking the right option to present the full face of the bat. And also keeping his pads away.
Quicker delivery this time from Jangid, and Kulkarni does well to just get his bat down, keep it out, but it's another dot. Struck on the pad, surely that's gone, that is it. They are all bowled out for 88, the India Capitals, the lowest score of the K. Rasa Legends League Season 3, and that is exactly the performance that Nikhil Chopra would have wanted from his men in yellow today. The lowest ever total in LLC history, and they've been phenomenal with ball in hand.
Yeah, beautiful. Again, a beautiful delivery. Look again, going with the arm, playing for the turn on that occasion. Dhaval Kulkarni, and paying a heavy price. But what a wonderful bowling performance. This has been exceptional, really. From all their spinners, Jangid, Shukla and Gurkirat, picking up 8 among themselves. Panisar picking up this wicket as well. But this has been phenomenal by Toyam Hyderabad. It'll be a very difficult total to restrict or to defend for the India Capitals.
What a performance from those men in yellow, guided again by their captain, Gurkarit Man, this time with ball in hand, but he's going to have a job still to do with the bat. It's not over until it's over, but they'll be feeling hugely confident coming into this. They've basically played knockout cricket for the last 2 matches, and they've got to do it again today, and with the ball, they've been sensational.
They're speaking at the right time. That is so important in a tournament like this. And 88 can be tricky if they can get a few early wickets, India Capitals. But if you look at the batting card, not a lot to talk about apart from Colin de Grand Holmes, 36 of 19, and Dhruv batted well for his 18 of 13. And after that partnership, there's nothing really. It's like reading a phone number, 396 00611.
I hope you're not handing out your number on air here, Abhishek. But yes, I haven't ever heard it described such, but it's perfect, exactly how it was. Difficult reading for the partnerships, just the 43 between de Grandhomme and Dhruv up the top, and it looked like that was going to really set a foundation from which they could springboard. But wickets just kept tumbling and tumbling and tumbling. It was like watching a gymnastics routine. And in the end, all bowled out for 88, the lowest ever total in Legends League history.
If we look at the bowling, plenty of good bowling performance. 3 wickets for Shukla, 3 wickets for Jangid, couple of wickets for Gurkirat, It's been a phenomenal, it's been outstanding bowling performance from Toyam Hyderabad to restrict such a strong batting unit of India Capitals.
Well, he picked up a wicket today, and we're now going to hear from Monty Panesar, who is with John Kent.
Monty, thanks for joining us. What a performance by the Toyam Hyderabad boys this afternoon. What do you think about that performance?
Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. I think Gurpreet was really good with his captaincy. He was always, changing, chopping and changing the spinners, and we got so much variation in our spin in terms of the height and also the way they, release the delivery. So it's a variation in itself, and I thought Gurpreet was absolutely spot on in all of his changes, and we just kept on taking wickets. Couldn't stop taking them, and it was absolutely brilliant being out there.
And Pradeep obviously started early doors with the pace on it, but very quickly your team realized you've got to change the plan. But fortunately, you've got so much depth and spin. That's a great advantage to have.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we always knew that we'll pull the game back in the middle overs, knowing that we can chop and change the spinners. And obviously, I think Gurpreet was absolutely brilliant in terms of knowing when to bring on which spinner. And I think he quickly took me off when there was Ben Dunk, because I knew I was going to be being hitting for about 3 or 4 sixes in that over. And I said to Gurpreet, get yourself on here, mate, because Ben Dunk's, going to lining me up, and it was a brilliant change from him as well.
Lovely to hear. And tell us about the batting now. You got obviously chase. It's a lowish score. How are you guys going to go about this chase?
Yeah, I think we've got to start really positive with that new ball. We've seen it with the new ball. When it comes onto the bat nicely, we're going to probably go as hard as we can in the first 6 overs, make it easy for ourselves, because we know then afterwards when the spinners come on, it does make it a little bit difficult. And in a short chase like this, we just want a really good power play, and hopefully we do the basics well and get over the line.
All the best, Monty, in the chase.
Thank you so much.
Always good to hear from Monty Panesar. A wicket for him today. So Toyam Hyderabad, they need 89 runs to win from their 20 overs and stay in the tournament. We're going to go to a quick break now, and we'll be back with the chase. Welcome back to glorious Srinagar, the Bakshi Stadium. The India Capitals taking on Toyam Hyderabad in the Eliminator. The winner of this stays in the tournament. The loser will have to pack their bags and head on home. And it was difficult reading that batting from the India Capitals. Only really Colin de Grandhomme doing anything with the bat. And then wickets tumbling in all directions. Spin absolutely dominating the Capitals. And all they could manage in their overs was 88, but it was guided by a 36 from Colin de Grandhomme and his cameo up the top.
That's why he's been sent in the last few games, to really take control of the first 6 overs. And he did a really good job of applying pressure. And Hyderabad really didn't have any answer during these early stages. They were a little bit shell-shocked. A couple of wickets later, they were back in the game when their spin took control.
Yeah, just the one partnership really, 43 between de Grandhomme and Dhruv Ravel up the top, and at that point they looked like they could be on for a 140, 150 plus score, but the spinners came on and they really turned it on, and it was difficult then from the India Capitals from then onwards, and it was a real drubbing by the bowlers. Look at that, 3 for Jangid, 3 for Shukla, economy of 4.33. And then 2 for the captain, Gurkari, who was turning it square at times. 1 for Nuwan and 1 for Monty Panesar. The wickets just kept tumbling, and it really was a day, an innings that belonged to the bowlers. Well, the first wicket fell to pace, just skewing it straight down the throat of the fielder, Stuart Binney there, and that was the end of Smith. He went for just 3, trying to take it on and inject some impetus early on, but he's had a difficult tournament and it just continued here today, and that started things off. But that did bring the partnership together of de Grandhomme and Dhruv Ravel, but this was the end of Dhruv Ravel, just didn't quite get enough on it. Caught right out on the boundary, and Jagid in the wickets for the first time today. That was the first of his 3. And little did he know that he was going to be having a day to remember. Monty Panesar picking up a wicket himself as well. And there it is, the celebration from Monty. Again, just not got a hold of it there, Abdullah. And easily taken, well taken, out in front, hands in front, going to grasp onto that one. We've seen a few drops the last few days, but none here today. De Grandhomme going for the sweep, and the decision to sweep was just not on. The shot was not there, and he was in, and he was looking really good at this point, and just poor decision.
The wickets just kept on tumbling. Gurkari, man, having a wonderful spell, nutmegging him onto the stumps. And he gave some big celebrations. I haven't seen passionate celebrations like this for quite some time, but he's pumped up. Shukla with a ball that turned a mile. An off spinner. Plenty of revs on it. Look at that turn. Nurse's left leg well outside leg stump. The ball pitching almost on the wide line, so a tremendous delivery, knocking the stumps over. And another sweep shot, as it's happened so many times this innings. A lot of players from the Capitals failing in this manner and falling prey to brilliant spin bowling and pressure. The pressure was applied. Gurkari, man, and they kept on coming. Jangid, another really wonderful delivery, skidding on with the arm. You see the turn. A lot of players are just bamboozled by the balls that are skidding on as well, and that was the Hyderabad fans, excuse me, the Capitals fans, looking to the heavens, asking for help. Another sweep shot, another wicket.
Yeah, really looking to the heavens, but the heavens weren't helping. Capitals just kept picking the sweep shot and kept choosing the wrong decision. They can't believe it. And it really was astonishing work by the bowlers. In the power play, 55 for 2, and then this all kept happening. Last 4 overs, 19 runs and 4 wickets falling. Kulkarni struck in front. And another one to go down, and a very difficult day for the Capitals with bat in hand. We've seen them fire in this tournament, but not today with the bat. Toyam Hyderabad, they need 89 runs to win, to stay in the tournament. The team that loses will have to pack their bags and head on home with their tail between their legs. So the Southern Superstars, they're already into the final on the 16th. The winner of today, the India Capitals and Toyam Hyderabad, will play tomorrow against KSO, who were the losers in that qualifier number 1. And then whoever wins that will take on the Southern Superstars in the final on the 16th of October, with their chance to get their hands on the big shiny trophy that last year belonged to Manipur Tigers, but they've already gone. They are home, so it will be a different winner this year. And the crowd, they've seen some incredible bowling today. And there's the man who's might have gone and had a bicep session between the innings. There he is, getting his bicep curls in by lifting his kid up. That's how you get fit without having to go to the gym. And now they're going to be here for this chase, and it'll just be whether Hyderabad decide to carry on and go for what they've done so far, which is go firing in the power play in the chase. They won the toss and put the Capitals in and were vindicated in that decision. Oh, it's a glorious headdress. She might be shy to be on the screen, but wonderful looking outfit, and getting the photos in for the socials and the youngsters. And that is a lovely outfit. I think maybe she might be supporting Hyderabad in that, John.
But right, brilliant excitement. Sunglasses finding the best spot in the house to find their fans. There's a few fans sitting behind the players' dugouts. A great place also to see your favorite player. That's a good idea. Get a nice umbrella for the sun. It's warm on those stands. The big smiles. They're enjoying this. They've loved cricket coming to Srinagar. Once again, they've been desperate for top-level cricket in this part of the world. And they've been really spoilt. Some of the big names that have turned up here this last week.
The big names have turned up. We saw Chris Gale turning it on for the crowd the other night, and it was just quite a spectacle to behold. He was conducting the orchestra, conducting the crowd, and it's been exciting stuff bringing cricket back to Srinagar. And we've had some great sports, some great cricket, and they've been treated to some masterclass. So Jerry Matabiri and Ranmore Martinez head out to the middle. They are overseeing proceedings on the field today, and remember the TV umpire Billy Bowden, so he is watching on with a watchful eye and the crooked finger at the ready to press the not out or the out button. So he is up there. Fans getting the wave to the crowd, and as always an India flag being waved and a kid in an India shirt. I think honestly when you're born in India you get a cricket shirt. You see so many young kids with them. And this would be an interesting team talk, this one. They know they've got to take early wickets. Ben Dunk given the captain's armband today in the absence of Ian Bell with that little hamstring issue. So he's overseeing things, and when I spoke to him at the toss, he said, I've already done something wrong today. I've lost the toss, and now we're going to have to make up for it. Well, it was difficult for his side with the bat in hand today, but you never know. It's not over until both teams have batted, and so they just got to go out, try and take early wickets and see if they can defend the 88 they put up. It just doesn't sound like much.
Well, the last 8 wickets fell for 27 runs. The power play for the Capitals was really good, 55. So it quickly went downhill. And there's a couple of changes. The man on the left is coming in as per usual. They've used him the whole tournament as the impact player. But this power play is going to be the key of the game here. The first couple of overs, that should decide the winner of this game. They've been done quite aware of that. They need to take wickets. Also can't afford to go at 10s in this power play. The game will be quickly over.
And we know that the two men heading out with bat in hand are the kind of batters that can go at 10s early on. Worker has been impressive in the tournament. And there is this sign. Monty Panesar, he goes out. The impact player picked up a wicket today and came out with the celebration, as he so often does. So he goes and has a sit down, and George Worker comes in up the top of the innings. We've seen this a lot now. It's no surprise to any of us, really. He's in good form with the bat. So Panesar, he is done for the day. He's now going to be a cheerleader. So Chadwick Walton, the right-hander up the top, partnering Worker. We've seen this as a good synergy between these two. Strike rate 123 to 3,578 runs to his name. So these two, they know that it's not a big target, but it's always such a confidence boost if you can chase it down quickly.
He's the man who's just walked in. It's the impact player, George Worker. He's normally very aggressive in that power play, try and get ahead of the game here. So that's what they're going to need from him. And a nice break. He didn't have to field too many balls, which is pretty most batters' dream. The Brill Cream boys love that. Someone sitting behind me here. No, you're right. Marty Guptill, he's a proper fielder. Can't say that to him. They need him in the field. Can't afford him sitting in the dugout. But Kulkarni, he has been their go-to man with a new ball. Every game, he's taken that new ball and he's been unbelievable. One more effort from him they needed. This is a knockout game, huge game.
Chadwick Walton facing the first delivery here, the right-hander to the pace of Kulkarni. Coming onto the bat nicely here. We've seen spin really dominate today, but as is the case, starting off with a bit of pace here. Remember, Hyderabad needing just 89 to win this game and stay in the tournament.
The teams have fancied chasing, and that's what most teams have opted for in the last couple of days.
This is well bowled. Good start, this from Kulkarni. This is what you want from your opening bowler.
Ball rushing on to Walton there, but a look at the batsman to come. Gurkriat has been the glue that's held that top order together. Ricky Clark hasn't played the last few games. He's back in, and Trigo, he's had some important moments, as well as Binny. And Jangid's added a few runs down that lower to middle order as the season has developed.
Straying down the leg side, evades the diving fielder, and has it got the legs? Not quite. De Grandhomme cleans up.
At the moment, they've got a deep point fielder and a deep square leg, so the square of the wicket will have that extra protection at the moment. The bowling options, that's what they got to look at here. Edwards, Nurse with his off spinners. Abdullah, I think he's the key spin bowler here, and I think they're going to not take very long to get him into the attack in this power play.
Good delivery, this from Kulkarni. He started really well, just that one straying a little bit on the pads down the leg side, but otherwise keeping it really on the money.
Jerry Matabiri, he's standing at the moment with Kulkarni bowling from his end, and at square leg looking into the sun with his shades on there. Branmore Martinez
Finds the edge. Now this is the kind of opening over you want. Just try and keep it as quiet as you can, and even though it's not a large target, openers, they can get so frustrated when they're just not getting off the mark yet.
Kulkarni is metronomic, really, hitting that length. He's got such good control and skill levels, moving the ball in and away from the right-hander. His length is really doesn't give much away at all. A very skiddy customer.
Really tidy first over that from Kulkarni. Just the 2 runs coming from it. 1 over gone, 2 for none. Just the 2 runs coming in that first over, coming as leg buys there. That target 89, so 87 more from 19 overs. And you feel like Walton and Worker just want to get into their business here. Neither of them yet off the mark, the only runs being leg buys so far. Cool shades from that little girl watching there. Quite warm in a woolly jumper, got a Christmas jumper on. So Iqbal Abdullah, the left arm orthodox, has been handed the ball. Economy below 7. But interesting with this opening pair.
Interested to see where the boundary riders are. And it's basically a fielder square of the wicket and cow corner. Worker, quick single.
Well, he's up and running now. That's what you want. Get yourself off the mark and start getting into the game. Running a little bit of turn. It's good running, these two. They set off quickly for the single, and the throw came in, but easily home. And this, the Eliminator in the K-Rasa Legends League Season 3. Remember, the winner of this stays in the tournament. The loser goes home, and K-Rasa Legends League Season 3 will be done and dusted for them. Not quite able to pierce the gap, but good running again. That's what you want. Put the pressure on the fielder. Run the first single hard.
It's great work from Walton. A right-hander against that left-arm orthodox. Importantly, gets off strike, rotates. As again stuck on one end, and Worker likely to be a lot more positive here. To the left-arm spinner, Abdullah. Fiddling around with those fielders on the boundary at the moment. Deep square leg in the background. That's him top left of screen.
That has turned, that has really turned, perhaps too much, perhaps a bit of bat on it.
Good tweak, that one.
Goes aerial. It's going to be just short of that boundary. It's the long portion there, so one bounce four, and Worker into his business now.
Georgie finding his range. Fuller didn't have to advance out of his crease. Comfortable stroke for an accomplished left-hander. Just a little bit straighter than the fielder put out there at the moment, so great initiative and getting on the front foot early doors.
Goes again this time. Has he got hold of it? Really good effort by de Grandhomme. Almost takes out the ball boy while he's there, but it's going to be back-to-back boundaries. He stuck out a right hand and so nearly managed to cut it off.
What a shot. He tried to replicate the first one. This one a lot closer to that fielder in the deep. De Grandhomme, he's looking into the sun, and the ball hung in the air for an age. The fielder coming into picture just somehow got out of his grasp, and that's a one bounce four. But de Grandhomme extremely close to getting his big hands on that one.
Turned away nicely. So the back-to-back boundaries, and then a quick run too to finish the over. That's really good running. And actually, it's rebounded off, and now it's gone for overthrows, and that is just not what the India Capitals needed. Two overs gone, 18 for none. Just not what the Capitals needed at the end of that over. 6 off that final ball after they ran the 2, and then the rebound went for 4. So now 18 already in the first 2 overs. Straying slightly down the leg side again here, Kulkarni, but bowled a really good first over.
Wasn't a huge amount of swing on offer for the seamers today. Extremely dry conditions. The ball's going to wear quite a lot. But having a look at the second run, de Grandhomme threw it in with some force and power. Direct hit. And they all turned around. There's no fielder in the deep, is there? They're all on the other side. 6 runs, the result. And it's all going wrong for the Capitals there.
A smile there from Worker, trying not to feel too smug about that one. But he picks up 6 without having to put in all the effort.
Imagine the stick he's going to give Colin de Grandhomme after that one.
Nicely bowled, sent back. Well, these two have got, it looks like a pretty easy chase, and that's because the India Capitals had a horrendous day. The collapse that all started, and it was against the spin. They all just kept going for the sweep shot, just kept picking the wrong shot. Actually, Nurse bowled around his legs. Ben Dunk, that was the key wicket. We thought maybe try and get them back in. Stumps flying, again going for the sweep, and they just couldn't read it today, and that was the final one to go down. All bowled out for 88. Well bowled again for Kulkarni, and good running to come through for the single. These two fit young players able to scamper through easily.
Brilliant from Toyam Hyderabad. They're showing initiative. They're getting off to a great start, dropping and running. They're showing great energy. This opening pair, Walton, quick to respond to that single. Fans are loving it. Intriguing action out in the middle. Not Kulkarni, not getting a huge amount out of the wicket at the moment.
Well bowled, slower ball, but given the treatment, hit straight back past him. Walton now into his business as well. He picks up his first boundary of this chase, and Hyderabad are cantering along here, these opening pair.
Oh, not having much joy with the seamers, and the previous over went for plenty, and that was meant to be their main threat, the spinner. So Hyderabad really knocked the stuffing out of the Capitals' plans here early on.
Well bowled, good recovery.
They're going to have to try and offer up a few more spin options. Dunk, the skipper. Those totals in LLC history. And that's today, 88. Tell you what, that's that was really a shock, to be honest. The spin had such a big role to play. And over the years, 2024, there's been some low scores this season, haven't there?
Closes it out with a dot. So 3 overs gone, 24 for none. India Capitals could only manage 88, and in this chase they needed early wickets, and it's just not happening. Hyderabad going along really well here. Worker and Walton up the top, already 24 on the board in the first 3 overs. So need just 65 runs to continue on in this tournament. They need wickets, and they're gonna go for a bowling change to see if they can try and take them. So the left arm orthodox of Avinash Yadav, 16 wickets, 22 matches, and that economy just up over 7. Doesn't matter about any of that as long as he can get rid of one of these two, they'll feel.
Another left arm spinner. Abdullah got taken out the attack after that big first over. Worker on strike once again.
Well played by Worker, and again, the quick single.
Dream start here for Hyderabad with the right left-hand combination, getting them off to a flyer. Looking at those runs needed, 64 off 101.
Slip in this time against the spinner. Captain Dunk has brought himself in there, trying to put a bit of pressure on Walton. He's not quite swinging freely as Worker at the other end. He does find the edge, well kept down though. There we go, there's the first one to go, and it's spin again in the wickets. Just trying to take it on Walton, and he's bowled, Bales flying, and the Capitals have their first.
Just kept going on with the arm. No real turn. Middle stump halfway up. Walton looking to drag it on the onside. Little celebration for his fans. Desperation for a wicket. They finally got their first. Comes during the 4th over of the innings, and the dangerous Walton has been dislodged. It's gone for 5. Hyderabad 25 for 1.
First wicket gone down. The opener Walton back in the hutch. 5 from 13, but it doesn't matter about the strike rate really. Not a lot needed, but brings Peter Trigo out to the middle, a man who can hit a big ball. We heard him in his interview earlier. He said he's going to swing it at this time with his eyes open, which seems like quite a good decision, if you ask me. So George Worker's still out there, 17 from 8 to his name. Trigo made 13 off 5 in the last game, so a quick fire 13. And he could challenge these boundaries. Finds the gap. Glorious shot to get himself off the mark, and he picks up 4 straight away.
That is a beautiful stroke to open his account. It's a classic cover drive. Very, very simple. Threw it up. And that is a lovely timed stroke through the offside. So Trigo off to a wonderful start. Bowler under some pressure.
That's how to play the sweep shot today. Picking up the right ball, take it on with the power. That was hit with quite some venom. And Trigo doesn't want to hang around here.
He's got a dangerous moustache, and he's got a dangerous sweep shot as well. Timed that one. Absolutely out of the screws. Trigo, he must have a tea time. He's got places to go. Dinner's booked somewhere. He's wanting to finish this up quickly.
Well played. 4 overs gone, 33 for 1. Worker started really nicely in this innings, 17 off 9. He did pick up a bonus 6 after running 2 and then the rebound off the stump. So at this point, not a lot to separate them, but that was before the India Capitals collapse happened. They were 55 for 2 after the power play, and the last 8 wickets fell for just 27 runs. So they won't be worried about the score comparisons at this point at Toyam Hyderabad.
Well, they just imploded at middle order. Kulkarni is having to try everything. So is Dunk, the skipper. They're trying hard to take wickets. So Kulkarni coming around the wicket now to Worker.
Gets it through the infield, and that's going to be 4 as well.
He's into his 3rd over. Don't see too many seamers in the power play, bowling 3 up front. Just starting to find the measure of him. He's getting impatient. He's having to try things, pick up more wickets. And they're just whittling away this total. Only needing 52 now. Worker picks up his 3rd boundary.
Nicely played, nicely bowled, nicely fielded. Yeah, tricky this for Kulkarni, already into his third over. It's hot out there. He knows he's got a low total to try and defend. It's so difficult to keep up that pace and keep up that precision when you're bowling 3 on the trot.
Just taking a little moment, have a quick chat with the skipper. And no wonder there's smiles in that dugout right now. Coach Nikhil Chopra, left of screen, the skipper next to him. All going to plan for the moment.
Well bowled, right on the stumps. So 52 needed still off 93 to keep themselves in this tournament. The Toyam Hyderabad India Capitals is looking very tricky. And they're gonna, if they lose today, they have to go and pack their bags. Well, the Southern Superstars are already into the final. KSO losing yesterday means they play again tomorrow against whoever wins today's match. And then the winner of tomorrow goes into the final to take on top of the table and the ones that went straight to the final, the Southern Superstars. Quick single needed here, gonna have to be quick. Well run in the end.
Some athletic work in a ring. Worker's been looking to drop the ball leg side, offside, and he hasn't managed to do it until that delivery. Finally getting some rotation of strike. A throw in midair. Lovely piece of energy out there at cover. Avinash. Last ball of the over. 5 off it. Trigger, though, is on strike, though. Kulkarni's got to try really bowl his best delivery here. Hit the stumps. Target that off stump here. Early doors for Trigo.
Comes down the pitch at him this time, and he'll retain the strike for the next over. So 5 overs gone. Hyderabad 39 for 1.
Pretty good start here for the Toyam Hyderabad. 39 for 1 after 5. And they batted beautifully. Avinash Yadav, who has picked up a wicket already in this innings, has been replaced by Kulkarni, and in Combox there's a replacement as well. I've got Martin Guptill alongside me. Martin, you think they've been in a very good, strong position here, Hyderabad?
Yeah, they certainly are. George Worker coming out with some really good intent to get the innings off to a great start.
Oh, that is exquisite from Peter Trigo. Beautiful to watch.
Just a really good cricket shot, that is, and on these types of wickets where it is turning a bit as slow, these really nice cricket shots without having to overhit the ball. Look at that, he's just check-driven it over cover. One of the hardest shots in the book for a right-hander to play against the left-arm spin, and he's executed it to perfection.
That is close, but a bit of turn. Yeah, what we saw earlier with a lot of batters, with a lot of overseas batters, they've gone for the wrong option, played a lot of shots across the line. But as the tournament has progressed, they realized they're playing with the spin is a better option.
Yeah, I'm certainly guilty of that at times as well, this tournament, to be honest.
But that has been pumped again by Peter Trigo. He has come with some serious intent, and he's in a hurry. Must have a plan in the evening.
But as was mentioned earlier in commentary, I think he must have a tea time somewhere. He does love his golf, Peter Trigo, and as we see here, he just short of the length ball, rocks back, and that's straight out of the middle of that Gray Nichols bat and all the way for another boundary. He's come out with some real power in this innings. We've seen one sweep shot already through the leg side that is clean out of the middle as well.
Yeah, he did mention during my interview with him that I've got a different game plan today. I've thought about how to bat on this surface, and clearly working so far.
It's a simple game plan, isn't it? Just, for the most part, hitting with the spin. If they stray on line, then he can get the crossbat shots out. But yeah, he is executing it very well. And 19 off 8 to start the innings, and 49 for 1 in the 6th over. They're ahead of the game already, so they'll be looking to try and keep this momentum going and try and close it out relatively quickly.
Yeah, it looks like it, that they want to finish it as quickly as possible. And you're absolutely right. They might have already fixed the tee off time when they got the opposition out for 88. They batted beautifully. Oh, going for another big heave.
Yeah, going across the line there, possibly not the right ball to do it with. That was potentially one he could have gone over the offside again as well. But he is feeling confident at the moment, Peter Trago.
And that might be an option here, might be a chance, and taking by Chipley on that occasion. He had a drop chance in the previous game, Bharat Chipley, but not that time.
Yeah, Peter Trago going for a tough option again here, going across the line. Not quite middling it as well as he would have liked to, right off the bottom of the bat there. And the Chipley coming round from deep mid-wicket, taking a slight juggle there, but holding on to the catch and sending Peter Trago on his way.
Yeah, holding on to it at the end, and Peter Trago came with some real purpose, with real intent, and made an impact with his 19 of 10, 49 for 2. Two wickets down. Walton out cheaply for 5 of 13, but then partnership between Peter Trago and George Worker really doing some real damage. Now 49 for 2 after 6. A good power play, you would say, for Toyam Hyderabad.
Yeah, they did really well. They picked some really good options. George taking on the left arm spinner to hit with the spin and did it very well in the first over that they bowled spin. So got the momentum going. A couple of good shots off Dawal Kalkani as well, but he also bowled a fantastic line and length, which made it difficult for the Toyam Hyderabad batters to get him away. Nice and straight, keeping the stumps in play, and it was difficult to get away.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a slip in place now for Ashley Nurse. Still picking up singles. There's 2 ways you can go when you chase a total like 88 or 89. Either you be a bit cautious in the first 6 and make sure you don't lose wicket, or you can go hard the way Toyam Hyderabad went.
Yeah, and I think with such a small total to chase, they've broken the back of it already. I mean, I think now there's only 39 runs to win, and we see the wicket of Peter Trago here again. I think it's the right way to go about it, because you break the back of the chase so quickly. And if you're too circumspect up top and you lose 3 wickets, you know, people coming in can get a little bit wary and not sure how to play the game.
Going to be a wide. A lot of turn. Yeah, absolutely. I think that was a perfect game plan from them, that go really hard. And if they pretty much won the game in the first 6.
Yeah, they certainly have. And I like the way Ricky Clark is batting to Ashley Nurse here, getting right outside off stump and trying to take away the LBW, the bowled, and making it easy for himself to work the ball onto the leg side to keep rotating the strike. It's a really good option for him as we're seeing what George Walker could do here.
This is good cricket. This is really smart cricket from George Worker. 23 of 15. And at this point, there were 61 for 2 India Capitals. So Toyam Hyderabad a bit behind, but it just shows how well they bowled.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great comeback from Toyam Hyderabad with the ball, and now that they've broken the back of this chase, it's just about keeping wickets in hand now. They don't have any run rate pressure or anything like that. They can just go about their business and knock it off as you know, towards the 15th over.
Yeah, this is good cricket. As you mentioned earlier, just standing outside the line of off stump, taking that leg before the wicket and bowled both out of play for Ashley Nurse. And if the ball is in his arc, he's going to go big as well. That's what he does, Ricky. Well played, good over. After 7 overs, it's 53 for 2. .53 for 2 after 7 in a very strong position. They'll have to do something really silly from here, Martin, to lose this game. He's been really good. First time in LLC. Walker, but batted beautifully.
Yeah, he's done really well since coming in. You see he's taken the right options here. Left arm spin going over the leg side there. Not once but twice. We see Chadwick Walton going across the line there, and then Peter Trago coming with some really, really nice cricket shots. George just going about his business beautifully. And then Peter Trago across the line again. Another one to the sweep shot in this game. There's been quite a number of wickets fall to the sweep shot in this game so far.
Yeah, plenty. We saw 4 or 5 in the first innings when India Capitals batted, and now Peter Trago. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Bounce, a bit of turn. That delivery had everything.
You think Ben Dunn can get a slip in here? It's still doing a bit. And it's the only way that the Capitals are going to win is to take wickets. And why not put pressure on? New batter in. He's not looking to play shots. He's looking to be a little bit circumspect and just get the innings to the end. So why not get a slip in and create a little bit of pressure? Yeah, absolutely. And they need not just 1, 2 or 3 wickets. They need it in clusters, and it was aerial, but in the gap, just a single. And for Toyam Hyderabad, game plan is pretty simple. They can do it with singles, but if there is an opportunity, get the boundaries. Yeah, 100%. You still have to have the intent to hit the ball hard, I think. If you lose that intent, you're going to spoon the ball up in the air and lose your wicket. Yeah, both batters at the moment taking the safer option, not going for those big shots. But the bowler will have to do something different. Captain will have to put in a slip, try and change things up a little bit. Nicely played. Nicely played. No risk cricket, and they still managed to get 5 of the over. After 8, it's 58 for 2. .31 to win of 72. Martin, I just feel they need to be a bit brave here with their field positions. What do you think? Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe bring a slip in with the ball turning away, bring up a mid-wicket maybe, and ask them to play a really difficult shot across the line and across the spin to try and create a chance. Unfortunately, that would have missed another set of stumps. That was going way down the leg stump. But as a bowler, you're always excited. Yeah, bowlers think everything's out, don't they? But now you see they're clearly going down the leg stump there. Oh, that might be close. That might be close. And it's been given. That is the big worry on the surface. One turns, one goes with the arm. You always got to play the ball, which is going to go straight as a batter. Yeah, and quite often on these sort of wickets, it's the ones that doesn't turn that is actually the wicket-taking ball, as we see there with Ashley Nurse. Getting 2 in a row to slide on with the arm. George Worker just playing the wrong line there, trying to cover it with his bat. Unfortunately for George, he's got to go on his way. A really good hand, though, really got Toyam Hyderabad into the lead in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, but nicely done by Ashley Nurse. He's such an important player. And after a wonderful knock of 27 of 21, George Worker will have to walk back to the pavilion. And Toyam Hyderabad loses their third on 58. And with that, it's also time for a strategic timeout.
Official mobile game with winning 24, official partner one staff, and our Uzan, official broadcast
A much-needed wicket of George Worker with an excellent delivery by Ashley Nurse. Out for 27, batted really, really well and got his team to a very strong position. They just need 31 to win. But if Capitals can pick up another wicket or two, things could change very quickly.
And we saw that happen in the first innings, didn't we, with the Capitals batting. It was a really good start from them, and then a flurry of wickets just really stemmed the flow of runs, and they'll be looking to try and do that here. They'll believe that they can still pull off this defence of this total, but at the moment you would say that Toyam Hyderabad are in the box seat. You see the fall of the wickets here. Chadwick Walton trying to take him downtown, missing that one. Peter Traeger across the line, getting caught in the deep there after a juggle, and then George Worker just playing the slightly wrong line, and a judge WW in his previous ball here.
Nicely done. Gurkeerat Rahman, the skipper, he knows all about this surface. And if you look at the summary, 88 all out. Not much to talk about the batting apart from calling the grand home. His 36 of 19 was important, but Toyam Hyderabad at the moment doing it quite easily. 58 of just 8.2 with 3 down. The skipper out there in the middle, yet to face a delivery. Oh, outside the line of off stump. Outside the line of off stump. And look at Ashley Nurse. Look at everyone in the India Capital ranks.
Yeah, they were very excited about this one, weren't they? Ashley Nurse thinking he's had another one there, and that could have been, as you see here, yeah, just outside the line. Gurkeerat Singh Man just getting out enough outside the line to be a judge not out. I think it's the right option for him here to take on Ashley Nurse, and there's a big gap in the outfield as we can see through the window here. If he can beat the man in the ring, he's guaranteed 4 runs.
A lot of turn, an extra run. They've got to stop every extra run. Syed Kirmani, one of the legends of Indian cricket, just throwing some t-shirts for the fans. He's having a great time out here in Srinagar. But at the moment, Gurkeerat Rahman, he's got to do something special here for his team. He's being a bit watchful. Ashley Nurse has bowled well so far.
Yeah, difficult bowler to face in these conditions with the ball. Not sure if it's going to spin or if it's going to skid on off the leather. So he'll be wanting to get through this and see his side home.
That is brilliant. Great intent from Gurkeerat Maan, picking the right length on that occasion and pumping it over mid-wicket.
And that's what he can do. He can come in and change the game like this. A really nice sweep shot, hands out in front, head over the ball, and just a really nice cricket shot to get his innings underway. And that takes a lot of pressure off the Toyam Hyderabad batting for this over now.
Yeah, absolutely. And now just 24 required, 4 hits, and you win the game. Very easy when I say it like that. And there is a chance now. Oh, the fielder, Avinash Yadav, made an absolute mess of that one. At the end of the over, 11 from it, 69 for 3. Two over 20-run partnership. That's what set the whole tone for Toyam Hyderabad and also created that foundation early. And now this partnership between Ricky Clark and Gurkeerat of 11 of just 5, giving them the impetus they needed. They made it pretty easy now, haven't they? 20 of 66.
Yeah, you think they can actually just get home in a canter here. Surprised again not to see a slip in place here to Ricky Clark. You know, 3 off 6. He hasn't looked to fire a shot yet. And just another wicket could make things a bit more interesting for Toyam Hyderabad.
Yeah, we have seen a game of T20 cricket change very quickly. And Ricky Clark, he's not even lifting his bat anymore.
No, he's using all his experience here and just trying to see the team home here.
Oh, nicely played, Ricky. Very nicely played, well controlled, might pick up a boundary. Great footwork, good skills.
Yeah, smart play from Ricky Clark there, getting across the stumps. Just to paddle the ball around the corner and hopefully try and get that mid-wicket back to short fine leg where he was previously. Make it a little bit more easy to get some singles in the leg side as we see replay here. Gurkeerat Maan. Oh, he just couldn't quite get there in time. Looked like he didn't pick it up that well, and another boundary to the cause for Toyam Hyderabad.
That could have been a very, very big wicket. Things could have changed drastically. And they might pick up a 4 now in terms of buys. Ricky Clark trying to play the reverse sweep. Nowhere close. Has been given his buys. Every run is so, so important.
And you'd think now with the 6 off this over that the game is done. But we have seen stranger things in cricket. And see, there's not a bad option. They did have a change in the field with the second point coming across to short fine leg, and buys always count towards the cause.
Yeah, Ricky getting an outside edge. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. He's picking the right options, but what he's doing well, he's not looking to hit it too hard. He's just trying to use the pace from the bowler and just guide the delivery.
Yeah, he's just looking to change the field to make it a little bit more easy for him to rotate the strike and see this game home. It's a really good ploy. Probably not used enough in the game these days.
Yeah, we can see both batters very happy to be watchful, to play low-risk cricket. Already 7 from this over without taking much risk. Nicely bowled, very well played by Gurkeerat. At the end of 10 overs, it's 76 for 3.
Toyam Hyderabad now needing just 13 to get themselves into tomorrow's game. They stay in the tournament if they win today, and it's not really a matter of if, but when at the moment. Ricky Clark out there in the middle just surveying the field, and 7 runs coming that previous over. They are edging ever closer, and they have ample time to do it and wickets in hand.
You're finally bringing some fielders in. There is mid-on rather than long on, so inviting the batter to go for the big shots.
And I like that they've got the slip in as well. Just keep that bit of pressure on with the turn. Just finding that edge of Ricky Clark there.
Avinash Yadav earlier picking up a wicket in his first over. At the moment, if they want to make any comeback into this game, they need a couple of hat tricks. The only way we can come back. 12 required of 59.
Had no idea about that one, where it had gone, what it had hit, how it had turned. Gurkirat survives. Nicely played. Knows there's a gap there. Fielder giving chase. It's good running. They'll pick up 2, and the misfield in the end makes it an easy 2 for Hyderabad. Now just 10 runs needed.
Yeah, Gurkirat very quickly on 12 of just 8 deliveries, striking 150.
Does well to keep that one out, Gurkirat. But now into single figures required.
They've been very good. From the very start, when they came out to bowl, they bowled with some real purpose. Their spinners were spot on with their line and length, with their execution. And they've done the same with the bat.
From the moment they won the toss, it's been all Hyderabad's day, really.
In the last couple of games, since they found that momentum, since they found that winning streak, they looked a completely different side than they did in the first couple of matches, though they lost very close games throughout this competition. But on paper, they keep saying they're one of the strongest sides.
They'll retain the strike for the beginning of the next over, Gurkirat. So 11 gone, 82 for 3. Partnership up the top, the 25 between the two openers really set the tone in a very modest run chase needed. So they put 25 up, and now, well, they need just 7, the Hyderabad, to win this game and send India Capitals home.
Yeah, Barinder Sran, who's been injured for most of this competition, getting an opportunity to bowl his first over in this game. A very good left-arm fast bowler, has played for India as well, and been brought into the attack, but the opposition just needs 7 to win. Correction, Gurkirat Man, he has been phenomenal throughout this competition. The way he has batted, the way he has captained, has always taken that added responsibility to win games for his side.
Nice touch that. He knows there's a gap there. Perfectly placed from Gurkirat. He's been in such great form with the bat, and he's just continuing it here today.
Yeah, on a pitch like this, you often see a lot of power, a lot of big hitting, but that is just touch. A lot of finesse when he played that shot, waited for the ball to come and guided it into the gap. Excellent. Now, a hit away. Toyam Hyderabad, and what a run they've had in the last 3 or 4 matches. At one point they were down, but what a comeback.
That's kicked up on Gurkirat, so it's not over just yet.
Yeah, with his height, he always gets the extra bit of bounce, a bit of carry, going cross seam. But look at that ball carrying to the wicketkeeper, to Dhruv. At head height. Gurkeeratman again tried to just uppercut it, open the bat face.
Big swing. Could this be the moment? Yes, it is. It is the captain who guides them. Toyam Hyderabad, they are still in this tournament. They go into qualifier number 2. It was a modest target, and it was finished with a flourish by Gurkeeratman. India Capitals, they are done in the K. Rasa Legends League Season 3, and the Toyam Hyderabad, they march on.
They're going to pay KSO, Konak Surya's Orissa, in the qualifier 2 tomorrow. But what an excellent performance. Wonderful cricket we have seen from them in the last 3 or 4 games. And that man on your screen, Gurkeeratman, can take a lot of credit for the way he has led his team, not just with the bat, with the ball as well, and also with his captaincy. Very, very smart.
Handshakes all around. It's the end of the road, this, for India Capitals, but it's been a good performance. They played well, really well at times in this tournament, but today they were just outplayed really in all facets of the game. Toyam Hyderabad won the toss and then just were rampant with the ball. Colin de Grandhomme, he had a bit of a flurry with the bat today, having a nice chat with Gurkeerat Singh Man, who has just led this Toyam side so well.
It just shows how well they have bowled, Toyam Hyderabad. Yes, there was a lot of turn, there was a lot happening, but still, you've got to put the ball in the right areas, you've got to execute your skills well, and that's exactly what they have done. And also, what we have seen, Georgie, in the last 2 or 3 days, that batting becomes easy in the second half. For some reason, maybe there's a bit of dew which comes in and which allows the ball to carry a lot better, but they're mighty proud with their effort, the Toyam Hyderabad. What a comeback into this tournament. And now a couple of games away from winning the tournament. If they can carry the momentum and they can win the next 2, what a story that will be.
This was the moment. The captain, it seemed only fitting that it was he. Fans, it was short and sweet in the end, all done in 11.3 overs, but they've seen the legends in action, and cricket in Srinagar is alive and kicking. A little team huddle here from the men in yellow. The Toyam Hyderabad, very happy. Look at that, Bipul Sharma, all smiles. Nikhil Chopra, also a very happy man, and that is a team who at one point just couldn't get themselves off the bottom of the table. It just wouldn't stop raining either. That was a problem they were struggling with. They could never get onto the field to even play the game in the first place, and now they've had to win them, and when they knew they needed to, when the chips were down, they have been fantastic.
Yeah, look at the team, they're having an absolute ball out there, and why wouldn't you when you're playing cricket like that? Nikhil Chopra, very relaxed coach, and they've got a very relaxed captain as well in Gurkeeratman, and that has helped them massively.
It was always going to be a pretty easy chase, really, not much to ask. So they started really well, that partnership up the top, Walton and Worker going along really well. 27 from 21. Trigo came out and he had a swing and he connected with quite a few. 19 from 10 for him. and then guided home at the end by the captain, Gurkurat and Ricky Clark. And it was all done and dusted inside 12 overs. So that is just the momentum Hyderabad want, because they're going to have to come back and play tomorrow. So nice to get it done quickly for them. Difficult for the India Capitals bowlers because a very modest target to defend.
Not a lot to talk about in terms of bowling. Abdullah picking up one was expensive. 34 of his 4 overs. Avinash just got an opportunity to play from the previous match. He's bowled well. But at the end, it was a very easy chase for the Toyam Hyderabad.
India Capitals struggled with the bat. They just couldn't cope with the spin. They kept trying to sweep it. It didn't work. 3 for 13 for Shukla. De Grandam gave a cameo 36, but an easy enough chase for the Toyam Hyderabad, chasing it down in just 11.3 overs and winning this game by 7 wickets. They stay in the tournament. The India Capitals, they are done. It is done for them in the K. Raza Legends League Season 3, and they will be heading home after losing by 7 wickets today to the Toyam Hyderabad. So Hyderabad stay in the tournament and they will be back to play again, and it means they will be taking on the Connacht Sirius Odisha in qualifier 2 tomorrow, and then the winner of that will take on the Superstars in the final on the 16th of October. But today it's Hyderabad who win and go to the qualifiers. We'll be going to a quick break now and we'll be back with the post-match presentation. Welcome back to the K-Rasa Legends League Season 3 Eliminator. It is the Toyam Hyderabad who have dominated India Capitals, winning here by 7 wickets and booking their spot in tomorrow's game. It is now time for the post-match presentation with Matt Kabir-Floyd.
What a day for Hyderabad and what a performance. They now tomorrow have the chance to get to the final of LLC Season 3 in the second qualifier. A far cry from just a couple of weeks ago when they were bottom of the table. So welcome to the post-match presentation. As usual, the K-Rasa Legends League would like to thank the Jammu and Kashmir Sports Council and all of its sponsors and partners. The title sponsor, K-Rasa, official mobile game Dream Cricket 24, official partners 1xBat and Amar Ujala, official broadcast partner Star Sports, official digital streaming partner FanCode, exclusive ticketing partner Paytm Insider, official radio partner Radio City, Kashmir Platinum partner TCI Max Cement, Kashmir pouring partner Coca-Cola, Kashmir medical partner Paras Hospitals, Kashmir radio partner 92.7 Big FM, and Kashmir spice partner Kanwal Spices. We will hear from both captains in just a moment, but first of all we have 2 members of our presentation party to my left, and they are Mr. Nisa Ahmad Bhatt, Marketing Head TCI Max Cements, and Mr. Surinder Ambadar, ex-member of the Legislative Council. First of all, I'd like to invite the losing captain, Ben Dunk, up for a chat. Hi Ben, stepping up today as skipper, was it just a case of your batters not adapting quick enough to a really turning pitch?
Oh look, we got off to a good start, and you know, unfortunately we just couldn't continue that on for the innings. And with the ball, I thought we fought really hard, and unfortunately, you know, today we just weren't good enough. And full credit to the opposition. I think they outplayed us, you know, across all 3 facets of the game.
Tough conditions to bat in. So do you think if you'd got, say, 120, 130, you might have been in the game? Yeah,
it's hard to tell. It obviously was tough. I think the back end of the tournament, the conditions have been tough. But again, full credit to their team. I thought they summed up the conditions really well. I thought their bowlers bowled really well and put us under a lot of pressure. And unfortunately, as is the game, someone has to lose.
They're on fire at the moment. They're timing their run perfectly. Do you think they could go all the way, Hyderabad?
Yeah, I think at this stage of the tournament, if you're playing your best cricket, you're definitely in a chance, and they certainly are. They've got class all the way through their order, so I'll be watching on with great interest.
And overall, the whole experience, getting to come to places you wouldn't normally come and stadiums you wouldn't normally play in?
Yeah, I think the concept's great. Obviously, as an older player or a retired player, it's nice to come back on tour and play in front of amazing fans. And I guess this place in particular, Srinagar, has been a beautiful stay. And, you know, I look forward to what comes of the tournament next year.
It's been great to have you here. The team's played some really good stuff and well batted yourself. Enjoyed watching you bat.
Thank you. That's very nice.
Ben Dunk, everyone, captain today of the India Capitals. We do, of course, have a Legend of the Match award as well. I'd like to ask Mr. Nisa Ahmad Bhatt to present the award too. And of course, it had to go to one of the Toyam Hyderabad spinners. And we have chosen Shivakant Shukla for his 3 for 13. Spun the ball really, really big today, Shivakant. He has done the whole tournament and richly deserves that award. He got some big wickets today as well, Colin de Grandhomme and Ashley Nurse in particular, and he has been a big weapon for Hyderabad in this tournament. Time now to speak to his captain. Let's ask Gurkirat Singh Mann up for a chat. Gurkirat, it's been a while since I spoke to you, having lost the game. In fact, it was probably a couple of weeks ago now. You guys are playing such good cricket. Was that pretty much the perfect performance from your side under pressure?
Definitely, it was a good performance, but I don't think anybody was under pressure, because we've always been talking that we are playing the best cricket in the tournament, and we just have to go out there and enjoy ourselves. That is what Toyam Hyderabad is all about.
Yeah, you're playing the best cricket. Do you think you've got the best spinners in the tournament?
Definitely. One thing I can say for sure is that I've got the best options in bowling. Whenever I look around, I see a lot of options in my bowling. I've got Shiva, as you saw, he's been a revolution in the over. And we've got Ricky, who can roll his arm over. I can bowl myself. And we've got a lot of good spinners in Bipul and others.
Shivakant, you mentioned there, legend of the match today. He has got an extraordinary amount of turn on any pitch that he's bowled on. And he's never bowled in T20 before, so you've almost unearthed his talent at 38 years old.
Yeah, I think Nikhil Bhai has scouted a really good off-spin talent.
And of course, your left-arm spinners, as you mentioned there, you have such a battery of left-arm spinners to choose from. Spoiled for choice.
I think, yeah, spoiled for choices because both of them, Monty Bhai and Bipul Sharma, both of them are bowling exceedingly well. And they're bowling the difficult overs. If I tell them to bowl in the circle or I tell them to bowl in the death overs, they've been amazing. And, you know, that's the sort of environment that Hyderabad has. And we've always believed since the first game that we are going to make it through.
Well, you've got the momentum now. You go again tomorrow, ready to go, I'm sure. I heard a rumour there might be a Mr. Reiner in your 11. Is that true?
Hopefully, we definitely would love to have him because, you know, he's been the main guy who made the team out of scratch from the auction. He was there, he's sitting on the auction table. And the team which he has collected, I think it's been amazing.
Yeah, and you've led really well as well. Congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you so much.
So, Hyderabad get a chance to go through to the final. They will play Connacht Surya's Odisha tomorrow. That is it for the post-match presentation.
A very happy captain there, really pleased with his side and their performance. And how could you not be when they bowled the India Capitals out for just 88 in 14.4? De Grandhomme, his 36 from 19, looked like he was going to try and help them get to something competitive, but was never going to be enough. Shukla and Jangid doing the business with the ball, and then they chased it down easy as you like in 11.3 overs to win by 7 wickets and keep their run in the tournament. So the road to the finals is almost over. So tomorrow, the KSO have been waiting. They will play Toyam Hyderabad in qualifier number 2 to see who takes on the Southern Superstars in the final on the 16th of October for their chance to get their hands on the big shiny trophy. So we'll be back with more cricket tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Connacht Surya's Odisha taking on Toyam Hyderabad in qualifier number 2 to book a spot in the final. We will see you there. Goes Ariel.
It's a huge wicket.
First 6. Colin de Grandhomme is on the charge.
Straight to long off. Monty strikes. Bowled him. That's out.
This is serious trouble stations now for the India Capitals. They are all bowled out for 88. Goes Ariel. There's the first one to go.
It's a classic cover drive.
And that's going to be 4 as well.
And it's been given.
when they bowled the
he's got to go. It was his matchup to try and take down, and he's sort of got himself in two minds. Possibly if he had stuck to his guns and
Welcome back to the beautiful city of Srinagar, where the LLC is reaching its climax. We are here for the Eliminator. India Capitals taking on Toyam Hyderabad in one of the most stunning settings I have ever borne eyes on. It is an absolutely beautiful part of the world to play cricket in, but it's about what happens on the field rather than the scenery behind. The Eliminator, crunch time, India Capitals taking on Toyam Hyderabad from the Bakshi Stadium here in Srinagar. So Ben Dunn, captaining the Capitals today, sent the coin up. It went a very long way in the air, but it came down in the favour of the Toyam Hyderabad. So they won toss and have decided they're going to have a bowl first. And as backdrops to cricket go, that's pretty good. The Capitals, they line up like this. Smith, Dhruv with the gloves, Nurse, Chipley has been in good form, de Grandhomme, Abdullah Shran, Kulkarni, Avinash Pankaj and Dunk captaining that side today.
Look at Hyderabad, they've been playing some knockout cricket the last couple of weeks really, trying to get back in the tournament, but lovely blend of players, right, left-handers, a lot of left-arm spin, that's been a real strength of theirs. There's the Kookaburra coming out. Indian Capitals getting out there into the centre, full of energy, the crowd roaring.
Swing and a miss, it's not kicked up at all, that one. The smile from Pradeep staying low. Goes aerial. Fielder straight under him. Stuart Binney makes no mistake. And the doctor, he's going to need some medicine because he's got to go.
Oh, I can't believe the outside edge flew all the way to the deep point boundary. It's a huge wicket. Pradeep, he has been excellent throughout this series with his high pace, advancing down the wicket, trying to flick it a bit leg side, is closing the blade on it, outside edge, all the way to deep point. It's the second time he's got him in the tournament in the 2 games, and striking early, that's a big wicket. He's a dangerous player, and you need to see the back of him as early as possible, and they've done just that. So Smith gone for 3, Capitals 4 for 1.
Bit more flight this time. Goes aerial. Fielder out there. Trigo watches it soar over his head and almost take out a ball boy. First 6 of the innings.
You're right, Trigo was waiting for it. He was running around the boundary. De Grandhomme, this is his style. Taking on this power play. He's not going to sit back here. Good contest. Let's see who's going to come out on top here. Great shot for 6.
Just straying down the leg side. Got the treatment. Monty just strides away to go and collect him. A great throw in from the ball boy in the end. There'll be more than one run now because Colin de Grandhomme has got a hold of that and he's sent it into the crowd and picks up another 6.
He's watching out for de Grandhomme coming down the wicket, and he's decided to pull the length back, but he rocked back quickly. And not a big hit this. Just get some bat on it. Halfway up the grandstand. Brilliant shot. His second maximum already for de Grandhomme. 20 of 12 now.
Goes again, he's got a hold of that. Launched into the crowd. Take cover. Colin de Grandhomme is on the charge. 4 overs gone, 33 for 1. That is absolutely massive. He's got a hold of it. No one in the crowd is catching it. And Dhruv is joining the 6-hitting party.
That's a greeting Jangid won't be pleased with. First delivery in the slot. The bounce was true off the wicket. Found the middle of the bat. So Dhruv, timely improvement of his strike rate in this power play is turning into a really productive one.
Glorious looking shot, that one. Couple of bounces, and he picks up another 4. Carved away, pierces the infield, has a delicious looking stroke from Dhruv Raval. Takes it on again, straight down the throat of the fielder, and that is the fist pump. What a way to finish a very expensive over. The second wicket going down, no mistake out in the deep. Dhruv Raval, he tried to go one too many, and he's now on his way, and this is just the breakthrough the Toyam Hyderabad needed as the India Capitals were on their way. It looked like he'd got a hold of this one, got the good stride in, and well taken in the end, just out in the deep. And Dhruv Raval, well, he's got to go 18 from 13, and the India Capitals 47 for 2.
In the air, but straight for 4. He was looking for a boundary there, the Grandom. Oh, that's in the gap. It's going to go for 4. Just a little clip. Down he comes, straight to long off. Monty strikes. And there's the shoo. He loves it.
He's a bit of a character, as old Monty Panesar, isn't he? He's come away with a much-needed wicket here for Toyam Hyderabad. Gets to the pitch of the ball, doesn't quite get out of the middle of the bat, and the bat just twists in his hands. I mean, he couldn't get the power to clear the fielder, and a nicely judged catch, and it looks like a bit of dust in the outfield there, and another wicket down for India Capitals.
Shivakant Shukla out there. He did well. He kept his eyes on the ball. Easy when you've got to move on this outfield. So Iqbal Abdullah goes for 3 off 6, 61 for 3. Oh, that's close. Finger goes up. The big man is no longer. Shivakant Shukla spinning the ball into Colin de Grandhomme, and that's been his undoing.
He just looked like he got himself a bit tight up there, Colin de Grandhomme. Wasn't sure whether he was trying to hit it for 6 or just paddle it around the corner. And just sort of was a bit of a nothing shot in the end, and that's straight in front of middle stump, and he's got to go. It was his matchup to try and take down, and he's sort of got himself in 2 minds. Possibly if he had stuck to his guns and kept trying to hit it, he might have got away with it, but not on this occasion, and Colin de Grandhomme has to go back to the pavilion.
Spinning a web here, Hyderabad. CDG goes for 36. Cut hard. Great shot. Great way to get off the mark.
Oh, yeah.
Bowled in. Skids, keeps low, and Gurkira is pumped.
You take a look at this. That has kept low and clattered into middle and leg stump, and look at the emotion on Gurpreet Singh Mann's face there. He loved that one. Another wicket for Toyam Hyderabad, and India Capitals in a little bit of trouble here. Another one back to the pavilion.
That's out. More big turn for Shivakant. Ashley Nurse trying to hit a big 6. But he won't play any further part.
You know, it's another big turner there. Oh, that's come back a long way, and middling off rock back there. Ashley Nurse trying to take the positive option and look for the big shot there, and that's just down. India Capitals in all sorts of trouble here. 72 for 6 in the 10th over.
Since then, wickets have been tumbling. Not timed at all that by Ben Dunk. He's going to pick up 4, and that's exactly what they need. Big appeal, finger goes up. This is serious trouble stations now for the India Capitals. Ben Dunk, he gets the big bicep from Gurkirat Man.
Sweep was his only option left, and that ball just went with the arm. Right in front, a good decision by the umpire. And Gurkirat Man usually turns up with the bat, but today he's turning with the ball as well. Second wicket for him. Ben Dunk out for 9 of 14, 78 for 7.
There he goes. He looked in trouble. He was struggling against the turn. It straightened on him, and he's going to have to go without scoring.
You'll have to be very unlucky to get an outside edge, but look at that for a shot. The ball was on the stump. He went on the back foot to a ball which he should have come on the front foot, and absolutely no chance for him. Nicely bowled, very well done to the bowler, and Edward out for a duck of 5, 78 for 8.
Goes for the sweep shot and sees the end of his bails. Pegged back, 9 down.
All three lost their wicket. Again, it's a bad option to try and sweep from the stumps. If you have to sweep on this surface, you've got to pick a delivery which is either outside the line of leg stump or you're sweeping from outside the line of off stump. But it's run out for 1 of 7, 84 for 9.
And that is exactly the performance that Nikhil Chopra would have wanted from his men in yellow today. The lowest ever total in LLC history, and they've been phenomenal with ball in hand.
Yeah, beautiful. Again, a beautiful delivery. Look again, going with the arm, playing for the turn on that occasion. Dhaval Kulkarni, and paying a heavy price. But what a wonderful bowling performance. This has been exceptional, really, from all their spinners, Jangid, Shukla and Gurkeerat.
So Toyam Hyderabad, they need 89 runs to win from their 20 overs. We know that the two men heading out with bat in hand are the kind of batters that can go at 10s early on.
This is a knockout game, huge game.
The first delivery here, the right-hander to the pace of Kulkarni.